selfish point of view. You didn't even think of me. I was your biggest fan. Left me off your list. Was that part of the plan? You could take it back.
What's up? What's up? Everything is good? Once again, just in time. What's happening here? There you go. My thing does not work, like my audio does not work, whatever. What's up? I have allergy. I just took my allergy meds. I'm gonna be honest. I'm not sure when they're gonna be hitting. I'm still having a runny nose. I'm sorry if my voice is gonna be a little scuffed today. Allergy meds are. I mean, they're supposed to be doing their job. But hopefully soon. Mic still good. Okay, that's so good. Adjusted a little. Okay, let me get my tissues. Then we're gonna be watching SHG versus GAM. What's it been? Is the audio good for you? Why is it so freaking quiet for me? What's happening?
上半场比赛将会由 GAM 对上 SHG， 输掉队伍呢将是被取而代之，由下位者来继承上位者的位置。让我们一同欢迎上半场的两支队伍出场。上路 Kiaya Evie。 打野 Levi Johan。
What's up? Oh my god. My allergies are getting bad here. Holy. Eastern Europe is so bad with allergies, I swear. I cannot wait to go to Germany. My allergies never come out in Germany. Poland map Europe. Is it actually better? Worse here or what's happening? Well, emo went for it.
下路 Artemis Marble。
Apparently here is like, oh, pretty good though. Okay, that map is not correct. Apparently allergies here are normal. Oh, that's January. No. I don't know. August. What? Oh, pollen type. Oh, I can choose what pollen type. Ragweed, that's the one. Okay, yeah. Look at this freaking map here.
教练 Archie Moment。
Look at this map. Do I have a like capture window capture or something? Look at this freaking map here, man. Freaking Eastern Europe is like insane. That's ragweed. That's like I'm extremely allergic to. Freaking Eastern Europe, if you live anywhere, the Balkans, good luck. And by good luck, I mean you're gonna be dying for like 2 months a year. It's horrible. It's really horrible. I'm taking like 2 medicines per day, which is apparently not even allowed. Like they say that it's only one per day. You cannot take. I take 2, and even then I'm kind of dying. So yeah, it's not the greatest. But Germany does not have any allergies. Like Germany, kinda, nothing, nada. So I cannot wait to freaking go to Germany and not have allergy for like a day. Yeah, that's pretty bad. GAM choosing blue state. Oh yeah, no more Vomivans. No more Vomivans because we have sets like we have seeding and all that. GAM coming as the higher seed. They're gonna have set selection. No set, no Vomivans. I'm gonna be straight to the draft. Oh my god. Wow, 11:30. Usually that's when like 1v1 start and it's about like noon here whenever the match starts. Nope, not here. Game 1. Let's jump right into there. I really should do... Okay, I'm not sure if I have my Photoshop template for that. 25.15 is what we are on. From what I heard, Mel is enabled again. But like, I'm not necessarily sure. I'm not seeing her being played. But apparently they were like, oh yeah, I have this fixed and everything. And I'm like, but there was no patch. Like, are they like rolling out small patches as well? Is it working? I don't know what's happening. But nonetheless, 25.15, Mel is enabled as far as I know. And Yunara as well, but Yunara immediately gonna get banned out. Not even the GAM, not even gonna try. As the Yunara Yorick as well, Abby is the previous Yorick. GAM probably gonna be taking S0 here. I mean, if they're not taking S0, Fate lost the S0, probably his best champion. The Vulcan though, okay, Levi Vulcan, a bit of an engage, already a good start. As for SHG, S0, I think that's an easy peasy S0 angle here. Together with like, I don't even know, like Jarvan is up, Xin Zhao is up. They were locking the jungle. Nocturne is up actually, but the S0 is, that is what you'll expect here for Fate. And the Xin Zhao, wow, put me in coach. What is now? GAM needs a mid laner. I think it could be like an Aurora. That's like pretty popular. Also, Aurora's banned, never mind. I don't even know who's up these days. I mean, I guess Ori is a choice, but I mean, she has not really been that much in the meta. 25.16 we are on, by the way. I'm gonna be honest, I have zero idea what is the current changes. But the Gwen is still OP, it seems to be the case. What was changed? Not much, just Mel was fixed as far as I know. And the Eddie is still OP. Okay, nothing has changed. Apparently there has been like a ton of stuff, like Jarvan got nerfed, Lulu got... What? I swear, why is Yuumi nerfed? Every single patch for like 2 months now, Yuumi is nerfed. She's unplayable. What? Lulu and Yuumi and Lulu are nerfed? Riot Games just hate women. What is happening? Why are they keep getting nerfed for like 2 months? They're so bad. Okay, Trundle nerf as well. Yeah, we have seen a lot of Trundle, even blind picks, so understandable. Not seeing it here. 25.16. No more of Trundle. There's been a lot of buffs like Brand, Nari, Nautilus, Morgan. I think this is the jungle patch. The Nautilus. What is this? Yeah. Nautilus jungle should be viable now. I'm not necessarily sure how much they're going to be playing that. Rumble though. Apparently there has been a bug for like 15 years or something when he dealt less damage on red side. So, I mean, SHG is a red side. That's a buff. There's been a lot of changes. I'm not necessarily sure what they exactly are. Silas jungle should be playable as well. I know there has been some bugs. I'm not even necessarily sure if he's enabled here or not. But besides that, I am quite unfamiliar with what's currently happening on this patch. All I know is that not much has changed. Maybe less Trundle. And Mel is enabled, who probably won't be played. So there you go. Just the same draft as it has been quiet for like 2 months. Also, I mean, Lulu is nerfed, as I said before. So Yunara, Lulu, probably not gonna be a combo, nor Zeri. But as for the others... But as for the other ADCs, who even is left? We don't know. That's gonna be a Rel pickup. SHG has quite a lot of engage tools now. But the bot side is still unknown for both teams. Until there's a Quirky for Artemis. Who even is gonna be with the Rakan? Yeah, that makes sense. So now comes the question, is it just an Ezreal? I feel like if they wanted to go Ezreal, they would have Vant Leona. But a Jean for Marble. Pretty much the same draft we have seen for quite a lot of time. I like GAM's draft. The Wukong any combo is quite insane. There is even a recon for extra engage. But on the SHG side, they have one of the strongest top laners in the Rumble. And I mean, they also have some kind of engage too, like the Azir with the Rel. I'm not necessarily sure I like Marble on the Jhin. I said this beforehand a lot of times. I feel like Jhin, while is a strong champion, Marble likes more the Ezreals, the Zayas, those like, or even the Yunara, who is now banned, but maybe the Zeri, those hyper-aggressive carries. And Jhin is kind of like the guy who just stays back and just like shoots his shots. I'm not necessarily sure if I'm liking this necessarily for Marble. Especially given the fact that, I mean, GAM is a stronger team. As much as I like SHG, that's the reality. GAM is obviously the favorites here. So we'll see how this all pans out. I just hope at least SHG takes one game. I would be predicting GAM today though. That's the surprise. If I were to predict with my brain, I'd probably say GAM 2-1 maybe. But this is not about the brain. Even in my official predictions, I was like, I'm predicting with my heart. My body says go, and I said SHG 2. Oh my god, the O would be rhyming, but no, I said 2-1. So let's see. Winner goes to the upper group, which means they're gonna be playing against the big dogs. While the loser is banished to the lower group, which means they're gonna be playing once again against Chiefs and DFM. And now we are in the game. SHG looked quite bad, if I'm being honest. Like they haven't really had good performances, I think, so far, except for like against the bottom teams. Well, GAM was like not necessarily in that good of form even. But to be fair, GAM is also a little shaky. Now, is this shakiness enough to potentially give a win to SHG? I don't know about that part. But definitely, I think this is going to be pretty important for both teams. Both of them had quite a few ups. Maybe not SHG, but GAM had quite a few ups throughout this year. I still think that the playoffs is kind of a fluke. Kind of a fluke upwards from their side. But, I mean, just prove me. Prove me that you deserve to be on the upper bracket now. Prove me that you want to play against the likes of CFO and TSV. We will see an answer to that very soon, in about 2 or 3 hours. We are already in the game. It's not even like 10 minutes since it started. It's crazy fast now with the 1v1s. Let's see if GAM is also gonna be this crazy fast. I mean, their tempo so far is pretty good. Fate has been a little bullied out. I'm really scared of the Annie. Even though Emo had sometimes better, sometimes worse performance. This Annie is definitely a pretty easy champion to play. You just hit R with the stun and AoE stun. You can potentially even cancel out the Jhin out, though I'm not necessarily sure how would you get there. It's probably more like the Recon's job. But nonetheless, I do feel like while both draws are pretty default, it's probably GAM who I would prefer here a little bit more. But this coming solely from the fact that just Marble looked the best on like the hyper super carries, and Jhin is not necessarily one of those. Again, already had to flash out from his very own engage. There's gonna be a flash from Artemis as well. Again, should be going down soon. There's the first one for Artemis. Okay, not a good start. My 2-1 prediction for GAM might be even too hopeful for the SHG side. Not a good start. Man, GAN has not been it, I'll be honest. Even on Astro, I was like very happy to see him there after his military, but like ever since then, I mean, he is not the same guy who was doing like the 5-man Alien Star stunts and all that. This is a different person, a changed man after the military. Guys, let me grab my Zin as well. I woke up to find out that my 3D printer's belt has broken, which is a great feeling because it's literally Friday, so... I mean, I ordered a replacement one, but it's gonna be here like at earliest Monday, so I'm like, very cool. I have a bunch of stuff to do in 3D printing, and I'm out of 3D printer for like 2 days. Amazing things to wake up to. Plus, I mean, again, my allergy is horrible. It's literally like, if you look at the allergy map in Europe, literally Eastern Europe is like the worst. It's like red, the extra super allergy. I'm gonna go to Germany on Tuesday. Gonna go to Germany on Tuesday, man. I just cannot wait. Gamescom is not the one that I'm looking forward to the most. They're just having a few days off from allergy. Okay, again, you remember what happened last time when you were this aggressive? Just calm down. Calm down for a second. Corky is a pretty good scaler, but like his early game is also not the worst. Took over the Rakan, you can just get over the Rakan, you're gonna get immediately stunned if you do anything crazy. It's already not a good lane though. Oh no. There's Johan. Can he get something here? Oh, Sun is gonna be missing. There's also gonna be the gang from Levi, and gang goes down again. Oh no, 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 no. Oh no. Oh no, 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 no. Can we get something here, please? Oh no, another stun. Good thing that the LCP Twitter only published my prediction for the PSG versus Vikings match. I mean, that can go wrong still. That's gonna be happening after that. So that's happening after that. I could be still wrong. But it's a good thing that they haven't published my prediction. But it's a good thing that they haven't published my prediction for this particular match, which, I mean, even I said in the comments that it came from the heart rather than the brain. Oh, it's not looking good so far, guys. I mean, I knew that GAM would be favored, but it's like I was hoping at least some life maybe go without feeding for like 10 minutes. So far, this ain't seems to be the case. At least, I guess, Faith is doing well on his iconic as here. I mean, he has to find the road. Actually, he has to build the road and then find the road that leads to him. It needs to be the road itself. Be one with the road. It's not looking great so far. Top lane is a little bit equal. I mean, the Gwen versus Rumble matchup is something you've seen in quite a lot of cases. And Gen is appearing in the mid lane. Uh-oh. I'm sure he's not gonna be dying here, right? Okay, good one. Emo is gonna go a little lower. What is this word? But both mid laners still quite healthy in terms of mana. It's not gonna be any recall happening. Johan started off the Drake actually. Can they get this one? I mean, it seems like he's just gonna be leaving it and Levi is gonna be picking it up. The first Hextech Dragon is gonna be going to GAM Esport, it seems to be the case. Johan rather just chose the camps, but like, yeah, Johan chose the camps, and I mean, probably that's a good idea. Just looking at the lane assignments, he's actually falling quite behind Levi. So going for more camps. For now, it's probably fine. But my goodness, We are nearing 1,000 of elite for GAM. How? Okay, besides the 2 kills on the bot side, but how? Actually, I retract my previous statement. I just realized that Levi was the one who got a kill on the bot side. I forgot that. Levi also gonna be picking up the grubs. Levi also gonna be picking up the grubs, it seems like. He not only got a kill on the bot side, but now the dragon also getting the grubs. I mean, 2 at least should be secured for them. Maybe even 3. I'm not necessarily sure if they wanna stick around, but at least 2 for them. They're not even gonna be forcing more. That's already such... That is crazy. Already such an incredible advantage for GAM. They're 1 kill and 1 objective away from the kind of dope, man. They're 1 kill and 1 objective away. They're 1 kill and 1 objective away, or what just a turret to get the feat. And he even may be going for the 3rd one. Now Kiaya. Oh, he knew that something was going up. There's gonna be the flash from Gan. Okay. Also ultimate from Abby. That's good. That's good. Okay. Good one, Gan. Sins have been perished. You're forgiven. That was nice. Alright, Gan. Wasn't familiar with your game. The situation is still not the best, though. The Corki is quite in the lead compared to Marble. And that Corki is only gonna be scaling further as you're entering the later stages. I'm a little bit worried what's happening there, but... You know what? Abby got a kill. A fed rumble is a good rumble. Quite a lot has been invested to that, to be fair. But, I mean, yeah, that's a good kill for Abby. The first items are also coming through. There is already Leandris for Abby, and also the Triforce for Artemis. So hopefully we're gonna be seeing some action where Abby can take a part in. That equalizer is gonna be pretty scary from now on. My only issue is that Levi is just completely ruling the jungle. Look at the CS differential already. That is like insane. He also ended up getting the 3rd grab in the end, so I mean, he's just leading in every single aspect. I mean, the top lane is doing fine. That's like the only little hope that we are having here. Okay, I may have... Okay, I haven't jinxed that. Cool, cool. Have I jinxed that? No. Abby is playing safe. Good one, good one. Come on, Gam. Do something stupid. It's time to throw. Levi run around, making sure that he has an angle to this gang. Ultimate has been popped. Kind of trying to force out Kia, but I mean, there's the ultimate. There should be the dead Abby. Unless... Johan! Oh, nice flash! Johan goes in. There's the ultimate. Abby goes back in. Levi's gonna be super low, but so is Johan. Johan flashing in. Johan gets the kill! Johan! Thunder Sky! Thunder Sky! Yeah, that's a kill for... Yeah, that's 2 kills for the Gwen. Yeah.
Turret plating will soon fall.
Never mind. I lose hope. One would say my fate is shaking. I feel like Faith should have went in. I mean, I don't know. He should have known that Annie is coming. He was pinging super late about that. Man. Wait, and he hasn't even touched them. Okay, never mind. This is even worse than I thought. Oh no. And he has not even arrived at point there. Faye didn't have TPs though. I know he couldn't join him, but I thought Annie was at least dealing some damage, but no, that was all Kiaya. This guy is a little good, unfortunately. Levi continues to get every single farm, every single camp in the game. Can we get to Drake? Oh, can we survive this first? Big fight incoming, and there are quite a lot of elite for GAM. I'm afraid that this is the time that they're gonna be snowballing this. As the okay, stuns, and Levi steals the dragon. Of course he steals the dragon. Why wouldn't he steal the dragon? At least it's only gonna be a camp still, which is kind of whatever. I mean, they're not even really half health, so they're not even gonna use the buff from that. Okay, oh no, these shots! Are they playing on a ping? What's happening here? Okay, wait, are we going on emo? I'm not sure about this one. Another miss. Oh my god. Oh no, this is a disaster. This is an incredible disaster. Herald should go to GAM as well, but I mean, they already secured defeat quite a long time ago. And by long, I mean for the dragon. Oh no. Why are we choosing fights that there is absolutely 0% chance we're winning? I mean, we are already behind, so I mean, I guess it's like if you have to come back at one point, but like these just bring me behind the shed and put a bullet in my head to get me out from my misery. Oh no, just bring me to the farm. Oh no. I swear, have I seen a single skill shot from any of the SHG members sitting so far? I feel like every single shot I've seen is missing, like the stuns, the shuffle, every single one of them. Okay, LCP Twitter, I thank you for not publicly posting my prediction for this game. I mean, to be fair, that is our supposed third seed here in GAM. And it's still a question how Vikings is faring, but I mean, at least they are top 4. For sure, a world contender team. It's probably gonna be CFO, TSV, and one of GAM or Vikings, depending on how Vikings do. And okay, that's another solo. Or is it? Okay. I'm just happy there's no other kill. I reached the point when I'm just happy that there's not another kill, but I mean, a 1.3k lead for the Gwen. This is kind of a bullying that's happening there. Oh my, Fate is the only one who is somewhat in the game, but like, I mean, after that shuffle that he committed in the river, I'm not sure if I'm trusting that guy anymore. And that's what I mean, like, what are they gonna be doing? Why is Marble on the Jhin? If he was on the Ezreal, maybe I could see like a crazy play, but like, the Jhin. That guy's working from the shadows. Oh, okay, that's gonna be another threat for GAM. And yeah, sure. Oh my god, they got a surcharges and all that. Oh my god, can I stream this? Is it allowed on YouTube? Chat, if you don't want to have the ID verified thing, just watch this game. YouTube is gonna know that only 18+ people can watch this. That is what is this whooping that's been happening? I mean, I know that SHG is not the greatest, but like, is the difference between the upper group and the lower group like that visible? I'm not even sure that Vikings can win against PSG now. The two groups really have this gap. That's crazy. Already 6,000 of a lead, only 20 minutes into the game. I mean, auto control, maybe. Can we count on the LCP patented auto control? I mean, not if Abby dies before that happens, and that's precisely what seems to be the course of action. I mean, surely they're gonna be going for Artacon now. Good thing there is no more 1v1s. You know what? Just quickly. Half an hour after the stream started, just get this done quickly. I've seen enough. My faves are dying left and right. My only hope is that in the LGL just yesterday, we have seen two similar whoopings from Sengoku Gaming QTD. And in games 3 and 4, Burning Core came back, but like they have incredible revered buffs. I'm not necessarily sure I can expect the same kind of thing from SHG. And I mean, they just get now, they're already gonna be on the Dragon Soul point. GAM is absolutely just like stomping this game so far. That is like probably the biggest stomp I've seen so far in the LCP. Like even Chiefs at least like, you know, sometimes had close games and then they were always having some X factor. This just seems like an everything gap. Props to Fate. He's still somewhat in the game, I would say, but like he hasn't really done anything. All that money and not being invested into anything. Oh, we're not winning this one. We're not winning this. There's gonna be the Tiber's pop. There's the stun. And again, likely gonna be dying here. The kill goes to Emo. And that's gonna be an Otacon. I don't even think auto control is possible at this point. We have reached a point where the LCP auto control has no power. Johan is not even gonna be near that. That is, oh my goodness, that is crazy. Is this even gonna be going to 30 minutes? I don't think so, honestly. If GAM just run down the top lane, they can probably end, but I think it's gonna be like 27 minutes until it happens. I mean, nonetheless, they're still gonna be getting one turret, and again, come on, the comeback of lifetime. The biggest comeback the LCP has ever seen. There's one. There is none. There is one, and that's it. Okay, Elio almost died there. Fate goes in for something, and Elio is still alive, but there's almost an ace for GAM. This wouldn't have been a bad fight if GAM... I mean, how much is that now? This would have been a better fight if SHG is not down like about the 10,000 of a gold lead. While Emo picked up the Magi's now. No, that is crazy. Just end it. Another turret. If Marble wasn't necessary, they might have won this fight. That's all I'm saying. Elio just actually trolled them all. He was just a bait there, a little low health bait. Here's the question. Will GAM even wait for the 4th dragon? Coming from the fact that they almost got an ace here. I mean, they can just end the game. I mean, staying in the upper group is pretty important, so I don't think they would be like throwing this. This is not just a no-stake match. They're probably gonna be taking it just a tiny bit slower, but yeah, I don't think this match is gonna be going for 5 more minutes. Man, should I cope about game 2? I mean, there are certainly better champions for like Marble. Would love to see Marble on something like I mean, Varus is probably banned, but like then Ezreal, Zaya, all those champs. Elio once again gonna be the bait. Real SHG take that. Seems like for now they're just like trying to steal away the Baron, maybe. Starting the greatest comeback that LCP has ever seen. Elio still just trying to bait SHG. At least they're not taking a bait this time around. But they're gonna be well aware that the Baron has not yet been started. But there's a TP. No, Elio coming in. And this is likely gonna be the fight that ends it all. Again, is already gonna be down. Abby's ultimate is not really gonna be finding too many members, and I mean the 10,000 for gold, they're just visible. Like on perfect display. Or they're just ending. As I said before, they don't even need the Lost Dragon for the soul. They don't even need the Baron. If GAM wanna be like super safe, they can retreat after inhibitor, get the Baron, get the Dragon. But like they have a quite hefty wave here. They have T-Burst as well helping out. I feel like this just gonna be the end of this game. There's another race, and there's gonna be the base. The base gone. Under 27 minutes, incredible domination from GAM showcased here. Wow, wow. Chat. It is GAM time. I'm afraid this is currently GAM time. This was an everything gap. I'm speechless. I'm at the loss of words. And when you're at the loss of a world, that's when you do your Lodal. I mean, there is not much to talk about this game, honestly. It was just an everything gap, you can imagine. It was just an everything gap all across the board. Let's do our Lodal before the next game. Can I win something? Can I win? Okay. Wait, cat magically altered? Yeah, that's probably magically altered. That's probably magically altered that applies here. Mono range before 2019. Who is even other? I mean, there's a lot of magically altered people. Costerin maybe. You were then released though, not support and not a mid laner. Ezreal maybe. I think he's also not 2019, but 2009 what I mean. Human and magically altered. And not a bot, not a mid, and not a support. So it's probably a jungler. Who is even the jungler there? Top lane, Udyr is not a human, is he? Also he's melee. But this person is from Freyord or Ionia. Who could it be? Human. And there's not much. I mean, there's not many more clues you can get here. We got all the clues. Magically altered human, male jungler, mana range from Ionia or Freyord. Or both of them, wait a second, both of them. Freyord and I. Tryndamere is not magically altered though, right? Oh, he's also mid on top. Freyord and Ionia, who's even there? Wait, Yone was... Yone, it could be Yone. No? On the jungle. Be grateful for the breeze and the grass beneath your feet. What? I have no idea who that could be. I have no idea. Somewhat of an old release, but like jungler, mana, melee. Toronto is not a human. Is he? Also, not range. Who was in the Spirit Blossom thing? I'm trying to think of junglers who were there, but like I just cannot think of anything. Ivern also, not really. Wait, is Ivern a human? Was it just Ivern? Okay, it was Ivern. He's a human? How? Okay, whatever, let's go to quote. Rock should... Okay, that's small side. I said, wait? Rock should really come with an instruction manual or Dentalia? Okay, those two could be the only reason. Those two are the only options. That's the ability. What on earth is that? It's like a little spirit thingy. It could be Senna, maybe? Oh, it's like part of the spirit thing. Whatever, let's go to emoji. Usually I'm very good with these. Dog? Gnosis? Walking a dog. Not free? Okay. Having the pack. Okay, abs. I see abs. It's also a wolf. That's a Vorvik? Okay. At the end, you got a one shot as well. Good one. Oh, 5 more minutes. Am I looking forward to that next match? Or game rather. Am I looking forward to this next game? Oh, my allergies are really bad right now. I've shown this before. Eastern Europe is just death. Like, if you have allergy and you live in Eastern Europe, you're gonna be dead. Cannot wait to go to Gamescom. Not for Gamescom itself, but like Germany does not have allergy. Gamescom is only the second reason I'm going to Germany. I just have a few days off with my allergy. However, with that being said, I'm still not as dead as how SHG looked in this game. Jesus Christ. What was that? LCP tweeted out, SHG were in control and the chaos showed up. Hear me out, LCP Twitter. Let's define in control. Let's define in control. What do you mean by that? Because it does not feel like SHG were in any control. Define control in that sense. What is that meme? But the football fans were like, we are shit or something. What was this football meme? What was the meme there? Do you know what I mean? I wanna post that GIF. That was this meme. Oh, I cannot find that GIF. Do you know what I mean? That the GIF? Oh, whatever. Where did I post that one? Cannot find it though. How can SHG come back from this? They need like some spice here. How do you outspice GAM? How are you gonna be outspicing GAM? That is the question. I just wanna see a hyper carry for Marble. That's it. You're not probably gonna stay banned. But like Zeri is still good. Like I would like to see a Zeri or just an Ezreal. Go back to the good old Ezreal. Kyoya has 2 coffee cups. Wait, that's kinda base. Extra coffee. Manchester City, Man City. Is there a gift for that? I don't know. There's like a very specific image that I'm looking for, but I can't find anywhere. SHG gonna be choosing SHG choosing red side again, still on the red. Okay, counter time. I would have liked to just pick something pretty OP first pick, but like it seems like they want to counter for Abby potentially. Maybe it's time for some craziness like the Nautilus jungle. Silas jungle also got some buffs. Maybe it's time to reach for the new patch. I mean, I see they're in draft now. Should be shortly when we see it on our own end as well. There is game 2. Game 1 was pretty fast and pretty dirty. And by dirty, I mean SHG got pretty dirty. Let's see what they're gonna be cooking up here, choosing a red side, so I'm expecting some counters. In this new patch, there are some new junglers. Silent jungle could potentially be what we're looking for. Nautilus jungle, maybe. Bans are almost the same as it was beforehand, but Bans almost the same as it was beforehand, but Nocturne is up. However, GAM is gonna be rather choosing the Talia first. Orianna is banned now, so the Nocturne Orianna is not possible anymore, but Nocturne in itself is still pretty strong and available now. With that being said, I would love to see the Nautilus jungle. We need to be the region. We're one of the first regions who are playing 25.16, so I would want to see some of the new tech. But we're going to be going for the Rise, the oldest tech in the book. Channeling America here, which is also kind of a downturn, so that's not necessarily a great channel. Pantone is banned, so that's not gonna be available together with the Talia. But we're gonna be going for the Jarvan. Also has been quite popular these patches. You got some nerfs, I think, Ryan. He got some nerfs on this patch, so I'm a little scared to see him. The nerfs were just for the armor, so I guess like that's not too big. And to be fair, even if he was buffed, I'm not sure that's enough to beat GAM. But nonetheless, the reply from GAM is gonna be the Lucian, and probably, I don't even know, they don't usually play the Luna nor the Milio or any of that. It's usually just with like the Nautilus, which could be pretty good flex, or could just be also the Braum, which is a really good pick considering that I would want to have Marble, have this like Zerus and such, and Braum is a pretty good, not necessarily counter, but like just a really good pick into that. With that being said, are we seeing a Marble lock in here? Okay, an Ezreal. I mean, I wanted the Ezreal. Marble did have some great plays on the Ezreal beforehand. Love to see that one. Finally, some of the more Marble champion. But it's still up to see why SHG chose the red. What is the counter they are eyeing with? Possibly something for Abby. On the top side, I'm not sure how spicy it's gonna be. But choosing red, always an indicator that there might be something cooking. And there is a Renekton ban. But I mean, the Yorick is already banned, so that's not gonna be the Abby Yorick. I'm really interested to see how this draw goes. I would love to see some of the new junglers. And Levi is the type of player who I could see picking up the stylish jungle. But before that happens, I would expect a Leona here from GAM. Pretty common pairing together with the Ezreal. I don't think they would be cooking too much here. And I do think Abby is gonna be choosing the Ambassa? Why did I say to choose red? Like, just to get the Rise into the Talia? Because besides that, everything so far has been blind. Or maybe they're cooking up something for GAM? Are we ramping up for the Mastermind GAM counter pick? Well, oh, there's the Zed jungle. I mean, that's not new, but certainly quite strong and certainly quite hype for Levi. There's only Chaos choice left. I mean, Cassante is up for the Cassante Ambassa. Even a Sion if they want to go a little bit later, a little bit tankier. Ornn still. And there's just gonna be the Jax. But this is a pretty strong comp already from GAM, and a lot of aggressiveness. After that game 1, it seems like they're gonna be even more aggressive and even more bloody. But now the big question, why the red side? If this is Leona, I'm gonna be losing it. If this is just a Leona, if you're choosing red side only to pick the Orpha... Alistar is not much better. Why did I choose red here? What? It's literally only for the Rise? That Rise better get a pentakill here now. But like, you could have picked them. Wait, I don't understand this. What? I don't get it. I'm puzzled. I mean, certainly Levi is not gonna get an early lead. Certainly GAM is not gonna be snowballing from that. Certainly Kyoya is not gonna be getting those incredible jump-ins downs. And certainly this is gonna be a 1-1 after this game. The copium overflows in me, reaching dangerous levels. But I have faith, and I really hope GAM also has their... and I really hope that SHG also has their faith. This guy, that was like the only counter pick really they got, the Rise into Talia. So yeah, this guy in the Pirate Rise better get a pentakill. Otherwise, I just wouldn't understand what's happening.
Welcome to Summoner's Rift.
And we are in game 2. Oh my.
30 seconds until minions spawn.
Objectives for this game. Do not feed Levi. That's it. That's the only objective. Just do not feed this guy. If the Z gets ahead, this is gonna be even faster game than the last one. We need to keep that guy intact. We need to keep this guy in bay.
Minions have spawned.
Okay, surely. Levi surely not getting... Yeah, just FF. I think let's just move on to the next match here. Okay, what? Okay, so far the counter pick is not working out. Okay, we got a replay. Oh my god, we even got a replay from that.
Minions have spawned.
Oh no, oh no. I said I think I'm losing Fate, and Fate is also losing, so that tracks. It's literally as if they were listening to my stream and doing the exact opposite that I'm saying. Let's test out my powers. Again, you have one job. Do not headbutt in and do not give the next skill to Artemis. Let's see what are the... Let's see how strong my jinxing powers are. I'm not gonna lie, this is a crazy start. I'm speechless. I'm in pain. I'm in pain as we're speaking. Surely Emo is not gonna get a kill here, right? Okay, at least Emo got a little bit of a damage on Twin Staff as well. Wait, Levi got this one. Oh, Levi got this. Oh. He literally stole everything in this game. Everything so far. Is there any way that this can even go worse? Like, is there any ways? Is there any way this game can go worse? Okay, at least Gan has not died. So, I guess look for the small happinesses in life. But this is even more of a disaster class than game 1. Like, how is this possible? Unknown to mankind, the gap we're seeing. Unknown to mankind, the gaps we're seeing in this game as Fate is gonna be pretty low here, and there's Levi up. Okay. I wish Skyrim mechanics were IRL. So I just go to bed and hit like just sleep for an hour because yeah, this is not going well. Abby goes forward, surely. I mean, at least Kia does not have mana, so I guess there is that. Abby can force it a little bit more here. He's still playing with fire, but hopefully it's in a safe environment. Okay, okay, level 6 now. Level 6 on the turret. Oh, 1 kill! Can we get 1 kill? There is no way. I'm out. What the hell? What the helly? In the great Cadrill's worlds, what the helly? This game is already over. I think it was over like 2 hours or like 1 hour ago. Why is Riot Games showing clips from my solo queue game yesterday? At least Marble is trying his best. No, but this is an everything gap here. Gan has not died. You know what? I'm in an absolute cope mode right now, looking for every little happiness I can find in life. To my psychologist advice, you know, I'm looking for anything I can. And Gan has not died. So, yep, that's it. Gan has not died. This is like I'm speechless. Is this the biggest gap we've seen so far in the LCP? Like, certainly it's up there, like top 3. Johan coming in. Coming to kill. Emo. Okay, 1 kill. This is the time. Okay, the biggest comeback known to mankind. Abby also gonna get the solo ball on the top side. There's a stun. Okay, that's not... Okay, I'm even missing the public execution. At least he didn't die. At least he did not die. And he still has his flash up, so... I mean, that's pretty good. Abby still has his flash up. Surely he's not gonna be as aggressive as he was in the lost incident. Okay, did I jinx him? Surely not. Surely not. Okay, there is gonna be Kaya. No level advantage for him. There's a stun. But no kills. Meanwhile, Levi has gotten the dragon. Wasn't even on the screen. It just, I mean, we know that he gets all the dragons. Even when SHG is doing the dragon, it's gonna be Levi's eventually. So yeah, no screen time warranted for that. Or are we gonna get grubs at least? Something. I'm looking for anything at this point. At least it's not a perfect game, so I mean, there is that. And also, Marble actually has a little bit of a lead on the bot side. So good for him. And Levi is around. Surely he's not gonna steal like his 5th objective in a row. Are we baiting him? Okay, he is not targeting for now the grubs. And Johan could potentially get one at least. This is good. Let's take everything slow. We got 2 grubs. That's very good. And Levi not stealing this one away. 3 grubs to SHG. Alright. Let's take it slow. The gold lead is only a little over 1,000. This is not over. I'm not sure how far I can take the scope, but this is not over just yet. All hope is gonna be on Marble. This guy has showcased beforehand how much he is like, how good he is on Ezreal. In the past, Marble did carry some games on the Ezreal, like even 1v9ing. So that is basically the only hope that I currently have. That is my sole hope for this game. But we need to get the feats at least somehow. Anything. Just give us anything at this point. A Rod of Ages completed for Fate. So at least it's gonna be stacking that, I guess. Our late game shouldn't be that bad. The Lucian is probably gonna be falling off a little. While the Ezreal, after a few items, is gonna be hurting quite a lot with the Qs. So maybe we have the late, maybe. In that case, I would have liked the Sion more for Abby, but I mean, even then, there's gonna be Rice killing a little. There's gonna be Ezreal hopefully finding those Qs. Maybe there's a chance. Maybe. As Ezreal is just finishing up the Triforce. But we still need to stop Levi, because he has been an incredible player so far. And now he's gonna be on the Zed. And we gave him so many early kills already. So he's gonna be my only hope. Oh no, Marble. If we shut down the Zed now, I feel like that's still not over just yet. Like, there is still like pretty good. There is some chance. But it needs to happen. And unfortunately, Levi, just like game 1, is kind of out jungling Johan. He's not even showing himself for now, just getting his camps. Oh my. I'm having allergic reactions to this game. On one hand, I kind of want to see a fight because I feel like we need to shut down GAM eventually. But it's like I don't think we are necessarily in fighting capabilities for now. At least Fate should be getting the Saras. Okay, GAM getting caught out here. You see that though, I mean probably. Levi arriving as well. It's not gonna be using the ult for now. A lot of ultimates used, but no dead SHG members. That's good. However, it was all just probably set up for the dragon. Now GAM has a pretty good angle for that. And Marble getting jumped on. His health bar is dropping, but he's not dead yet. Okay, there goes in Johan. And there goes out Johan. Okay, solo. Public execution still available. But Abby not gonna go on the turret. Oh my god. Why are we giving more and more to Levi? What is happening? That's the one thing I said you should not do, which is give the Z jungle early pressure and early leads. That is his only weakness. That is his only weakness, and it's not being exploited by any means. And yep, second Drake gonna be going to GAM as we are getting an Infernal Rift, even a good soul for them. I mean, if they pick up the souls, they didn't need to pick up the soul last game. It was not a bad idea necessarily to fight here, but like they were in a man disadvantage. They were already quite behind. They knew that the Talia knockoff was there, so I don't understand some of these decisions. Okay, but this is planning. Okay, can we catch Emo? Can we catch who has ultimate? So probably not. There's gonna be Marble with the ultimate catching up Emo. But meanwhile, again on the side is getting chunked down, and there is the ultimate being used now. And is it turn for GAM? No, just an ultimate out. I'm not necessarily sure what it was good for. Like we knew that she has ult off, and I mean, maybe fight here for the Herald. I just like actually don't know at all like what is SHG doing. There's just no plan in their play, and there's gonna be Johan. What is happening? What? I'm like silver, but I would never go for these kind of plays. And Marble is gonna be targeted now, but I mean they're so incredibly behind now. Man, fumbling Forest is probably SHG's worst ever decision, not gonna lie. Ever since then, the jungle gambles were not working out. Okay, that's... How is Johan doing about the same damages again? And let's not focus on that. Abby just missed the public execution. How is Johan doing almost the same damage as a freaking Aldi star? I don't even know if skilling can save us. Yeah, no. Okay, biggest comeback. The LCP's biggest comeback. I mean, all I'm saying is GAM is coming in a different pronunciation. in a different writing of the word, but same pronunciation. Okay, Marble Penta incoming. Abby Penta incoming. It's happening. Wait, are they getting an ace? Oh my god, that's basically like a 20-minute ace for a GAM. My goodness. People really go to the Grand Canyon when they could be seeing a bigger canyon just watching this game. Gen and Johan are not, like... I don't even know who they could get at this point, honestly. I mean, wait, Guvon is a free agent. What the hell is happening to Guvon? Whenever DFM announced that Guvon was out, and I knew that Courage was out from SHG already, I was like so sure that SHG would sign Guvon. I mean, I guess I get the Johan pick because Johan and Fate are like good friends IRL. And to be fair, they're inting together, so they have that synergy. But yeah. What? I mean, Johan's signing was purely because like he's Fate's friend and they were like maybe they have more synergy that way. But like Guvon is a free agent. Like when he was out from DFM, I knew that Courage was also out. I was like absolute certain that it's gonna be Guvon who's joining SHG, but I don't know what's happening here. Okay. Oh, okay, there's this triple stun. Public execution. Okay, can we take someone down from GAM? Okay, Kia is dead. Johan is still up and alive. Okay, the biggest comeback is starting here. Unless Levi just got a triple. Okay, never mind. They got an ace. Sometimes I'm like, sir, never mind. You know what? Never mind. They're just laughing. GAM is not even taking this game seriously. They're literally just laughing right now. I mean, GAM can choose what they want. There's a dragon on the map. There's an Otacon on the map. Do you guys know that video? I think it was Manchester City. Like Manchester City fans were saying like we are fucking shit. Does someone has that GIF? Is it available in GIF form? I need to share that one. This is literally like a solo queue team. Like these are the fights you would see in solo queue when you see low head versus like go 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 go. Is he mocking us? Is he mocking us there? How's the Braum doing the same damage as our jungler? Okay, auto control. Auto control. Or lost hope there. Okay, again is gonna be going down again. Okay, oh, that was a rhyme. Well, chat, I feel like auto control is not happening today. Maybe PSG versus Vikings will have some auto controls, but this is not LCP auto control. Again, we're just getting what they want. Okay, there's not even an Otacon. There's Abby TPing in, but only to his death. And back to Otacon. And it's gonna be impatient soon, but nonetheless, never mind, not even impatient. They're just gonna get Otacon. GAM, just end it. Just end it, GAM. Just do it fast. The gap between the bottom three teams And the rest of the league is just insane. Fate is still only on 2 items. Just the Rod of Ages and the Saras. Okay, if this game goes to 60 minutes, then we might have a chance. I have no idea how this can go 60 minutes. The whole match is not gonna be 60 minutes. But somehow, by some godly power, then we have a chance. Okay, Kia gonna get a double here. I can already tell. Unless... Okay, I mean, to be fair, we had some help. To be fair. Not a double, sure. I didn't jinx it. But GAM is not done here. There's gonna be Emo jumping in as well. As Levi gonna be ulting Johan. And I mean, honestly, they might end here. Actually, no, the minion wave is really not in their favor. But there's a Baron who just spawned and looking very juicy. GAM could definitely go for that one if they want to. Hey, at least this is gonna be a longer game than game 1, alright? At least it's gonna be a tiny bit longer, like a minute longer. But still, Johan's still sticking it. Huh? Still? Okay, alright. Actually was close. Now the only way to make my day a little bit better is if PSG just like lose even harder to Vikings. I don't know if that's mathematically possible, but one can hope. Okay, Kia actually gotta be getting a double here. Jesus, okay, this guy's kinda insane. Can we get a turret? Turret? My first turret in this game. The start of the biggest comeback in LCP history from like, what is it, like 13,000? It's gonna be known in the history books as the biggest comeback ever witnessed in the world. Okay. I'm not sure what Faith was doing there, but okay, he's out. He's out. Or is he out? There's Artemis still. Artemis is just gonna be killing everyone. Even has a help from Elio and Artemis jumping around the Lucian. Okay, that's the end. They have the minion wave as well. A little bit of a Baron push too. Hey, we survived for 28 minutes. But Jesus Christ, that was quite possibly the biggest differential I've seen in my life. There was not a single point when I thought that maybe SHG has a chance, like not even a slight second. And while others are having some fun, Levi and Emo, they just do not get to a hot pot place. They have a reservation probably. And they're gonna be finishing off this game also in a quite dominating fashion, similar to game 1. That was a very fast victory. Yeah, it didn't even feel like a whole match. It felt like a 1v1. Yep, So yeah, it seems like GAM is pretty good. At least they're quite better than the lower group. And the first group breaker is gonna be unsuccessful. GAM gonna be retaining their spot on the upper group, and SHG gonna be staying in the lower one. Is this yeah, let's go to the next match. Not much to say here, honestly. This is a very fast and very dirty victory. We haven't seen any of the 25.16 shenanigans. We haven't seen Nautilus jungle or anything like that for now. But maybe Vikings. Maybe they're gonna be providing us with that. Alright, before the next match. Before the next match begins, let's do our connections. Not this window. This window. Before the next match begins. Connections. Okay, let's see. Foot breast. Tight. These are like body parts. Wing. Oh, those are... Wait. Wing? Hand. I mean, those could be also for like chicken. I'm gonna wing it, no? Which other is a body part? I feel like tender and wing should be for chicken. Haze, fine, cash, take care of grand wings, that'll brilliant, tender. Capital should be head. If they make... No? Wait, one away like this? Breasting tight. Those are like chicken stuff, right? Poultry cuts. Yeah. Okay, grand... What is that? Cash pay, probably together. Settle. Like paying, settling something. And also fine, like paying for something. No? Okay, fine and pay and... Wait, what? Take care of, settle. Those are also together 100%. Okay, let's do like this one. Pack, Mac. Those are like phonetically together. Pack, Mac, pay, food, fine, pack, Mac, cash, grand maybe? No? Okay, oh, Jesus Christ, that was horrible. Handle as a bill of food. Oh, that's true. I forgot about that. I forgot about it. Footing something could be also. I mean, I was on track of that. Splendid. I mean, I didn't know capital could be splendid. Starts with culinary nuts. Okay, cash nut, haze nut, mac nut, pack nut. I don't know mac nut. I could have known the others. Well, this is still not as a defeat as what we have witnessed now. I'm at the sorry. I'm at loss of words. This was a game of League of Legends. This is certainly a game of League of Legends. This is certainly one of them. Matches of League of Legends. Certainly one of the matches of all time. My goodness. Well, can PSG provide us something else? Can PSG provide us with the real game here? Yeah, that was the moment he was mugging us. My day has been absolute disaster so far. My day has been extremely disastrous. I woke up to my I have allergy as per usual. I took my medicine. That's kind of like working now, but still I'm a little sick. And also I check on my 3D printer because I have a big batch that I need to print. I check on my 3D printer. The belt was broken, so I needed to order a belt. And it's Friday, so I mean I ordered it, but like earliest they can deliver it's probably Monday. So now I cannot print until Monday, even though I have like a massive batch I need to make. So my day has been going amazing. My day has been fantastic so far. PSG so far is winless actually in the LCP. But to be fair, they were in the upper group. They were against the big dogs like CFO or TSV. But I still haven't found a single game victory so far. And I had a little bit of a hot take. As for Vikings, they were in the lower group, which means they were up against the likes of Chiefs, SHG, DFM. So, I mean, they looked pretty good there. They ended up first in that group. But the real question is, how well they're gonna be faring against the likes of PSG, who was like shaky, super shaky, but in the upper group. How the two groups are faring against each other, that's what we are finding out now. And I had a little bit of a hot take, some would say. Where is my... So, my official... There you go. My official prediction that the LCP Twitter shared was PSG SL, you get your first win later this week, but not against Vikings. I'm sorry. I predicted 2-0 for the Vikings. Now, another great support like myself, Sword Art, has said 2-0 for PSG, even though he was part of the Vikings previously. They better win or they'll be #beyonded. So let's see who's right. Who's the better support, me or Sword Art? This match has a lot more implications, a lot more stakes than just who gets to the upper group. It is against, some would say, the two best supports in the world. The two supports together worth $6 million. So we'll see who's right here. Good thing that LCP didn't share my prediction for the previous match of the GAM versus SHG. I may have a little wrong prediction there. But this one is gonna be in my favor, I know. There is no way I get this one wrong. It should be pretty fast until we get to game 1, because no more 1v1s, no more 1v1s. This is now seeded into the bracket, so there's no more 1v1s happening anymore. It's gonna be just action after action. Let's see. I don't know how, like, again, it's very hard to assess how good PSG is, because they haven't won a single game. They looked terrible, but they were in the upper group, and the bottom 3 of the SHG, DFM, and Chiefs are way worse than other teams. So the fact that Vikings got first here, it's not really telling us much. So this match is unpredictable. That's why you see all the different predictions, mostly from name power alone. A lot of people still have hope in PSG, but I said 2-1 for Vikings. Sorry, no, I said 2-0 for Vikings. Let's get us into the game. I want to see more action because the previous match did not satisfy my need for League of Legends. That was quite disastrous. And again, I mean, the previous match was like against like the third seed versus fifth seed, so it was not likely that we see a swap there. That was always the expected result. But when it comes to this one here, that is against like the fourth versus fifth, so it's way more likely that we actually see a closer game and potentially a swap. Potentially Vikings getting to the upper group here. But still 4-5 minutes. That isn't exactly good Wordle time. Where's my other one? Okay. Quick Wordle time. Hint, I don't want hint. Quick Wordle time before the next amazing start for me. Crane. I feel like ever since every single person used to do Crane first, for like, I don't know, like weeks now, the Crane was never really a good start. I feel like Wordle also knows that everyone starts with Crane, so they just went with some like little that's the worst you can start in. What should be the next one? I mean, E could be literally anywhere. Pedal cannot be. Power cannot be because of an R. I'm trying to find a word that like could apply here. What could it be like an anything? Just I'm trying to find a 5-letter word. Any word that I'm thinking of has an A or an R. Meets. Oh! Wait, does that mean double E? I feel like that means there are like 2 E's here, right? Something like this. Because if the other E was not there, then it would just be gray, right? Okay, we know there is 2 E's now. Okay, it could be anything here. Pedal. Pedal is not a word, I mean that is an A, I guess. Isn't like anything like that, similarly Gattle. It's looking like this for now. Legend. No, it's not the 6. I don't know if that means like there's 2 E's or not. I don't know the rules exactly. I think it's like I'm not sure. I think it's like palette. Palette. That there's no T. Pellet. It's on the verge. It's like Pal. I'm not sure, I think it's like Pal. What is like A? Like Lay, LA, Pele, Quelle, Belly? What if it's belly? I'm not sure what that means though. Oh! There's an L. Just Pel, not like this then. Level. There you go. Amazing. Just before the game starts. Finally, some victory for me today. Finally. Small victories. As we're gearing up to hopefully an interesting series. Hopefully with a little more competition than the last one. The last one was such a letdown. I mean, if I were to predict with my brain, I would have predicted GAM for sure, but that was still a letdown. Like, that was such a massive letdown. It was not even fun to watch. So, I'm just hoping for something more here. Let's see. Give me something to get hyped off. I wanna get hyped. I'm gonna see the new junglers as well. Silas jungle, Nautilus jungle, those type of stuff. They are in the jungle patch, so I don't know how viable they are, but I mean, more of a possibility, I guess. Unless Silas is banned. I'm not even sure Silas is banned or not. I know he has some bugs and like, I think like he was like banned in like solo queue, but I'm not sure about pro. Let me check. I know the league video is not updated with the patch for now. All I know is that Silas, if he's enabled, he could be a jungle now. And I have some pros playing some Silas and liking that, so could potentially be a good pick. Alright guys, prediction time. What do you guys think? What is the prediction? Any GAM fan or any Vikings fans, any PSG fans? What are we thinking here? Will PSG find their first victory today? Or will it be just another case of a quick 2-0? What are we thinking, chat? Oh, Ozzy. Oh, Ozzy. A little scolding happening here. Games played. What is that? Average game time. Barons. PSG stats are not even that bad considering that they are actually like winless for now. My god, I need more energy. I need more energy. I'm so low on energy after that last game. I need something to spice me up. A pick like Nautilus jungle or something like that. I need to get spiced up. I need to get more, because that last one was not providing me with enough entertainment. It was such a storm that I genuinely felt like falling asleep. Okay, what do we expect? I'm really hoping for like a fun cars to pick. I haven't went through like all the patch notes. I know about like the jungle changes. I know that apparently Yumi and the Lulu was nerfed again for some reason. Right, just keeps nerfing them. It's crazy. PSG versus Vikings. And the stakes are high because whoever wins goes to the upper group. Whoever loses goes to the lower group. If you go to the upper group, you can play against the big dogs, against TFO, against TS3, against GAM. And if you go to the lower groups, you have to face the bottom 3 teams, which are quite far away from the rest, let's be honest. But nonetheless, this one here hopefully gonna be providing more entertainment. I want to see 3 games, even though my prediction was 3-0, even though my prediction was Vikings duo. I do want to see more games. I want to see 3. I want to see some hype. I want to see longer games than we've seen in the last series. I want to see action happening. Yeah, it's serious. No fun stuff. Because to be fair, our 2 teams who are always doing fun stuff are CFO and TS3, and they're chilling for now. Secure the first 2 positions. So they're gonna be chilling, waiting for their opponents. We'll see the draft soon. My only dream, my only expectation for today is I want to see something new on this patch. I don't know how viable the jungle changes are in Pro, but I want to see them. I don't care if they're not viable. I want to see the Nautilus jungle.
今天究竟会不会是国际塔隆日？国际塔隆日就在今天吗？还是说今天会是国际的越南日？我们期待比赛的开始。
Get us into the draft. I want to see Nautilus. I want to see Nautilus first pick, followed up by R1 Silence Jungle. I want to see it happening. Come on. No more 1v1s. So everything is gonna be snappy now. No more downtime. Just action after action. Yes, you're gonna be on blue. No more 1v1s, it's just the higher seed choosing. And then on blue side, obviously, I wanna see Spice. And with that being said, they're probably gonna be choosing like a Tully or Panther or something. But I still have a slight hope for seeing some spice from Vikings. They're a very spicy team. Especially Stimulang, one of my favorite supports. Even though supports, I mean, they got some changes, most likely just nerfing the enchanters even further for some reason. It hasn't been touched much. The jungle was the only role that was really touched in this new patch. There's a Jarvan nerf, which, I mean, it's not too big, just armor has been down. The Trundle nerfs should be pretty much enough. We haven't seen Trundle for now. He has been basically blind pickable on the last patch, not this one. Let's see what we have. The bans are about the same we have seen for the last couple of months. Not much has changed in that aspect. Trundle has dropped in prio, so I don't think we're seeing Trundle on this one. But the new junglers, I want to see them. Lock in the Nautilus jungle, Karsa. I know you want it. And it's probably gonna be a Tali or Pantheon, actually, rather Pantheon. There's most likely a Pantheon lock here, not banned for now. Unless they wanna give the Azir or something like that to Maple. And yeah. That is indeed a Pantheon. And Viking is replying already with the Senna. We're going late here. The Senna Jarvan. I said it, Jarvan got some nerfs, but it was just the armor. Not too impactful. He's still pretty much one of the strongest junglers in the game. But it also means we're not getting the Nautilus and Silence jungle. So let's shed a tear for that. But as for PSG, they are locking in the Kaisa. They want to have some scaling on their side as well, together with the Nico. Nico has been banned in a lot of games today and gonna be up now together with the Kaisa. That is an incredibly strong bot lane. They definitely want to just shut down the Senna as soon as possible. And there is the Nautilus, but this time around it's gonna be support Nautilus, as we have gotten used to that. Both bot lanes are pretty strong. But I feel like with the Nico, this Kaisa Nico is definitely going to be having some early agency. So Styler and Stimulang has to be a bit careful with that. It's going to constantly be pushing and pushing and pushing. With what is this? The world's slowest creatures. PSG ramping up, I think. I couldn't say it for long enough. The top text said that the world's the slowest creatures. Unless then I can see a Sion here for Vikings. Sion would be pretty mega. Or even an Ornn, one of those like super scalers to the late game. There's an Orban. Yeah, Sion is a possibility 100% for Vikings. I think PSG might even need to ban the Sion. I don't know if there's any mid laners like the Talia maybe, but like I mean PSG themselves would wanna pick the Talia. So I don't know about that part, but yeah, this seems to be just maybe the Vikings can still evade the Talia, but I feel like Sion should be contested as well. There's no reban. I feel like this has to be a Talia for Kari. Because if this is not a Talia here, then PSG is gonna be having quite a strong duo, and no, this is just gonna be a top lane Cassante. I mean, Cassante is gonna be scaling pretty well too, like, he's tanky. Sorry. But PSG now has a chance to just pick. I mean, that's likely gonna be some tank on the top side, and also the Talia is a pretty good pick here for like global pressure. That's what I would expect for Maple, and that's exactly what Maple is gonna be deciding on. As I said before, the Sion might be a good choice just because like he's so tanky and you wanna have that front line against the Senna. Just to zone her away. I can see that happening. But I guess it also could be an Ornn if they wanna have like a longer type of a champion, the longer range and just enhancing the other members. And that's just gonna be Aatrox. Another strong top side. We have a ton of damage on the PSG side. Now let's see what his Vikings gonna be replying on the mid lane. There are still many options. I mean, I guess like Annie also could be one of them, just to go for that AoE damage. But Ozir is also just a very default pick, having some playmaking potential. And I think PSG's Vincon is definitely gonna be on the bot side. With this Nico, they should be hard winning the lane. And as for Vikings, they just need to survive. They're gonna be having the late game, just survive. And I'm not sure how much I'm gonna be trusting Maple with this Talia. Maple hasn't had the greatest years. Maple hasn't had the greatest season so far ever since his return to pro play. But he was against like the best mid laners so far in the upper group. So, Kati, if you want to prove that you belong in the upper group together with the other mid laners, here is your chance to prove it. Draft is fine. I can see both teams' ideas around what they want to play for. So now, only one thing left was the Fizz Bombs. And let's get into game 1 of hopefully a little bit closer series today. PSG 2-0. As a reminder, Jesus Christ, my allergies are getting the better of me. I swear. And this is like I'm doing better now. I was doing way worse last week. I couldn't stream like for LGL last week. I was like mega dead. So yeah, this bot lane is I think where the action is gonna be happening. Berry and Woody, they need to be aggressive. They need to shut down the Senna as soon as possible. So let's see. Get us into the game. Hopefully today is not gonna be super fast. The first series is already pretty short. Let's hope that this one is gonna be a little bit longer than that. Get us into the game. Get us there. I have so many more things to say. I just want to see the game now. Maple is falling asleep. Oh, wake up. Wake up, Maple. My Corsa, as per usual, hitting the little... I might need that one as well. Actually, I probably should buy one of those. They're somewhat good for allergy. PSG 06! That's crazy. And I mean, that's what I predicted as well. Also, I'm not I couldn't read. I'm just like a PSG fan. It was like also they're like already 06, but I predicted 08 for them. They're already winless still. Maple has not won a single LCP game. Let's see if we can change that today. Once the Kings of the Pacific is now fighting for their survival, fighting for the upper group slot. Come on. I'm still post. There might be some issues in the back end. Hopefully we get there soon though. Get us into the game. I'm waiting. It felt like Vikings were doing much better, but again, it's just so incredibly hard to assess the power levels when, like, we have a brand new PSG and Vikings are playing against like much weaker competition. So just really hard to tell. Oh my god, get us into the game. I need more hype after that last series. I need more hype. I am so out of the game. I need some more action happening. I need more action in my life. I also need one of the pop-ups. My mind was going crazy with like the allergy. I'm not showed before the map. It's like, it's crazy. Eastern Europe is by far the worst when it comes to the allergy. I'm allergic to ragweed, and it's like there is like a hot spot, like the worst. There's like different levels, obviously. There's like the hot spot, the worst red hot spot above all of Eastern Europe. I'm escaping to Germany next week. I'm escaping to Germany next week to make it a little bit better. But yeah, for now, I am dying. I take like so many allergy medicines too. So like kind of like they're bad and making you like apparently the medicines are saying that, oh, it's not making you tired. It's still fine, but that's a lie. They're still making you tired. Making you a little lightheaded. And I'm still sneezing. It's not like they're fully helping. Oh, they're in game. There's a much more on the line than just a spot in the upper group. Because Sword Art predicted 2-0 for PSG, and I predicted 2-0 for Vikings. We are up against each other, the greatest supports of mankind. Vikings just need to scale. Do not feed early. Let the Steno scale, and then it's gonna be good. There's a bit of an audio delay, right? I feel like there's a bit of an audio delay happening. Or it's noticeable. I'm not sure if I should try to restart the stream. Maybe I'm gonna try to restart it. Wait, how do I restart? There you go. I'm trying to restart the stream. Hopefully it fixes it. Okay, fixed. No more audio delays. Style and Sulong, be careful. The Nico lanes are incredibly strong. They're always gonna be having prio. But if you survive the laning phase, then I feel like Vikings is gonna be on a good track to win this game. They have all the tools necessary. And Maple, I want to see more of you. I couldn't watch that many PSG games because I was away. At first I was in Austria, then I was in my I went to my uncle's birthday party. So I couldn't watch that many Maple games, but from what I've seen, he's not having the greatest time so far ever since the retirement. But again, he was up against the likes of Honkyu. And even Dyer. Like Dyer has been a pretty good performer. And I mean, not to discredit Kati. It's just he was against like much weaker competition, so we couldn't see too much. And Vikings also is a weird team. Split 1, it looked like they are our second best team. Like behind CFO. They look like they are the second. Coming into Split 2, it looked like TSU would be the second best, and Viking just kept dropping. What is this notification sound? What is this, TikTok? I've never in my life heard this sound. What? So there's a lot to prove for Cody. And for Maple as well. After coming back, some said that he might be washed. There has been people posting memes about goats being cleaned. So they have to shut down those haters today. And there's already a swap. Pretty early swap for Style, but it's understandable. He just wanna keep farming, wanna keep getting the stacks. He only has 5 stacks, wait. Only 6? I mean, I don't know about the early stacks. That seems a little low though. And there's gonna be the swap match immediately. I hope that's a little bit of time for Style to keep farming. So let's see. That's what they're providing here. Now that the lanes are matched again, they just have to be careful. Woody is here. Usually you want to take the Kaisa and just keep pushing. Have an incredible lane prio for ADC. But besides that, the match is, for now, not that eventful. In the SHG match, SHG gave up like already like 3 kills at this point. So compared to that, it's a little more on the quiet side for now. Which is good for Vikings. Like, that's really good for Vikings. They don't want any funny business this early on. Maybe Guri can find an angle here. The 2v2 happening on the mid lane, but again, I don't think it's necessarily gonna be for him advancing into anything more. This is just still Just a pretty easy trade. There's gonna be the fight for potentially the scuttle. This 2v2. Cotty with the soldiers probably has a little bit better range here. Who got this one? It's gonna be Carson with the smite. But he's W recalling again. Not much to do for now. It's surprising for me to see that Stal and Siulang are having this push. Usually the Nicolans are way more aggressive. Like they wanna have a prio. But it seems like Stal is actually keeping himself pretty well. Things are looking bright for the Vikings. Even this early on in the game. And Cassante just gonna be Cassante and keep doing Cassante things. So it's not something you should be scared of. The dragon has not been really focused by any teams. We're not seeing early dragons. The grubs though. Both junglers gonna be on the top side. And hopefully we'll see our first fight there. It's only 10 more seconds. Seems like Guri is not necessarily going for that. So it might be some easy grubs for Karsa. But there's still gonna be both Kati and the bot side that can come to help. But it seems they won. Seems like easy 3 grubs for PSG. Kati was not even... Sorry, Guri was not even around to really contest that. Can he get maybe the dragon in return? Seems like he has other ideas. Would rather go for some steals, but Maple is gonna be a little interference. So far, not too bad from PSG. And Kars is already gonna be here. I mean, Guri is probably still getting this. But now, what about the dragon? So far, well done by Karsa. He's clearing up at a pretty good pace. The dragon, he's gonna be giving up, so it's gonna be just a trade. Oh no, sorry. Is Guri doing the dragon? I think he should be. There are some pings there. Okay, he's gonna be... Can he do the dragon? He's just gonna go for the skull. Because so far, pretty good from Karsa. Definitely controlling the jungle for now. And but obviously that's not the most important part in this comp. Nonetheless, at least Karsa is setting up to be quite strong when it comes to the first fight. Level 6 across the board for everyone. PSG with their with the globals can get to any fight pretty fast, even without investing a teleport. And the Senna just wanna farm. Vikings are not really doing much here. Definitely, after that last game, it's a little bit more quiet, but I'm somewhat happy for that because, I mean, even when you have like 10 kills at 10 minutes, it's so one-sided. It's not too fun to watch. So this more quiet game is a little refreshing. As the first items also coming in. Natural suit already for cutting. And I feel like with that one, Vikings potentially looking for maybe their first fight. Probably gonna be at the dragon. Both junglers have been hovering around it for a while now. But now that Karsa is done with the clear, it's probably gonna be him who's after maybe a gank looking forward to that. The first gank may be happening. But Style is playing this safe. He knows about the dangers. It's also warded up. Now Guri arriving. Are we seeing a fight? Vikings should not overextend for anything for now. Style is far from being useful. They should just get what they can get. They should just take what's in front of them, but not really doing more. As actually, TP gonna be coming in from Maple, but Karst is not stealing away this dragon. So going for Vikings, a pretty late one, but can he get more than that? Everybody's gonna be going on to Guri. He's gonna be under threat. And there's even a bit of a help, but oh, there's a shuffle from Kari. Shuffle is gonna be missing, but under threat, Karst is jumping in. Karst is gonna be super low. However, still no kills. Vikings probably happy with this. They had to use a lot of flashes and also a lot of ultimates for this, but they survived. They got the dragon. Maple even invested in the teleport and also the ultimate. So the game is gonna go back into a bit of a low state, and that's all what Vikings want. They're not here to fight for now. They just scale, scale, scale. Golded is also basically equal, completely equal. And that is just the best case scenario for them. Not many objectives to fight for also. So they're just gonna be rotations around the map. Just gonna be farming up. I feel like a fight is gonna be inevitable, but I mean, if Style could get to like maybe even 50 souls before the first fight, that would be absolutely amazing for him. With the static as well, these clears are gonna be pretty fast now. More and more stacks for him. And Valkyrie is also gonna be scaling. Obviously, the Senna scaling is something they're all looking forward to. Yeah, it's a pretty much equal trades, gentlemen's agreements across the board. Plates are gonna be falling. The first threat is also pretty important. Actually, I'm not even sure if the feats would be for the kills. I could definitely see a world, but it's just the first threat plus the 3 objectives. But we have to wait for those objectives for sure. Herald gonna be still in 1 minute, and the dragon is quite far from that. At least we know Atakan is gonna be on the bot side. But it is still pretty much further away. Style just wanna get the stacks until we reach that point. I'm not necessarily sure 50 is possible until then, but I mean, getting near that would be pretty important. And again, I wouldn't be surprised if there are just not many kills until then. Now, Siulong gonna be helping a little. Just keep pushing these waves in. Stack, 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 stack. That is the name of the game. Herald's gonna be up pretty soon, and Val, actually both junglers are gonna be on the bot side. There's gonna be quite a lot of Vikings member here. I'm not necessarily sure PSG has the best entry into the river, but Karst is taking the long way. Are they gonna be going for the Herald now? Oh, Siulong. Siulong goes in, but he's not getting that much damage. Vikings are guarding this Herald pretty well. Karst is not really having an entry, but they cannot stay here forever. And this might be PSG's chance to take the Herald, but I mean, they're very hesitant to do so. They know that if they fall behind now, that it's gonna be near impossible to come back into this game. So they are also gonna be taking their time. Well, top laners might have another idea. Ultimate's been exchanged, but really just to clean up the minions. There is not gonna be anything more than that. It's a pretty chill game. Again, not much is happening. And while not much is happening, that is just what Vikings want. And I feel like we are not at that point, but we are getting closer and closer to the point when PSG is kind of going to be forced to do something, because, I mean, if they don't do anything, then it's going to be just Vikings taking over, and it seems like they're going to be doing the Herald, but it's going to be traded for the Dragon. That would be the second Dragon for Vikings as well. I mean, if you're Vikings, you might be fine with this trade. You want those Dragons fast, even though it's not going to be Hextech and not going to be Inferno, so... I mean, Mountain would be fine, but any other Dragons, it's just going to be a camp tech. Nonetheless, the first fight might be happening. Every ultimate being used on Aji. And Aji is still alive. He's getting out. Maple is coming in with the TP to kind of save this turret as well, but yeah, no kills. No kills are allowed. Would have been pretty good for Vikings, but to be fair, 38 stacks now for Senna, so even if nothing happens, Vikings are winning. And the thing is that, I mean, there's still a bit of a time for the next Dragon, so I would be surprised if there is no kills until then, but I mean, it's quite possible that the feed is actually not gonna be for the kills. One team might get a feed before even the first kill happens. As the first turret though, gonna be going to PSG. Herald has been used, even got a second, even gonna get a second shot. Vikings very non-confrontational. They tried one dive, didn't really work out, but got down Maple's teleports to river, like that's fine. Just chill out here for a little. Senna gonna be now on 2 items and 10 more stacks away from the 50. And even if not the first, but Vikings eventually, they're also gonna be getting their own turret too. And with this one, the gold is, again, pretty equal. We haven't seen any major snowballs happening for now. Cassante getting a bit ahead in the lane, so I mean that's good to see. You won't have that front line. But there's just not much to play for, and Vikings are absolutely not keen to finding stupid engages. I feel like we actually gotta be waiting for the next Dragon. And PSG, I mean, they need to fight that one. That would be now sole point for Vikings. Otacon is probably too early to fight for, but I mean, if there is a good angle, maybe one team can just take it. There's Karsa trying to get to Guri, but the stun is not coming through. That was gonna be just chilling. Just back to trading. A very calm game that we're seeing here. No craziness. And just items. Items being picked up. But I mean, Kaisa also gonna be picking them up, and now that's not a good sign for Vikings. I think the Senna would still be outscaling the Kaisa, but I mean, now there's 2 items. There's like 2 enhanced abilities, I think. Usually it's like 3 when you get all of them. And Otacon is live, but I mean, if any team tries to take it, now that would be an LCP Otacon throw. So it's still just a little ward up, just to make sure that eventually the Dragon is not gonna go free into Vikings. It's all about vision now. It's all a vision game, and probably gonna be the vision game for the next 1 minute. GAM was basically already won the game at this point in the previous series, in both of those games. This is a stark difference from what we've seen there. But that is basically just about the comp, so I wouldn't put that too much against Vikings. They're gonna be a tiny bit behind. I mean, Kaisa is getting a ton of farm. Or wait, no? Wait, how is Kaisa so ahead? Oh, the plates. Yeah. Kaista got a lot of plates. And PSG also has an extra threat to themselves. There's a reason for a little bit of a gold lead that they're having, but it's like already nothing. It's basically nothing. Kasante is keeping up the gold for them. I mean, this looks like a funny gold grab, but it's again like 600, the maximum we've seen. And it was very quickly cleared with just taking another threat or other objectives. So this is not much, but Dragon is up. And I did say that there's a chance that the game is gonna be slow. There's a chance that we don't see much action. But Senna now has almost 50 stacks. And this would be the sole point for Vikings. So PSG needs to fight now. And the only question is Vikings strong enough at this point to win this? They have waited until now. They have all the tools to win it. And now the first fight. Now the first fight of the game. Now the first fight of the game breaks out. Woody is gonna be super low, so it's Karsa. There's gonna be Cody jumping in, and Stu Long is gonna be low, but he's not dead. There's gonna be 2 kills immediately for Cody. And that's just a cleanup. That's just a cleanup for Vikings. This is what they were waiting for. And the triple kill for Cody immediately. They're gonna pick up the Dragon as well, potentially even the Otacon right after. That is the moment they were waiting for. Style is online, Cody is online. They gotta be on the soul point, they gotta be on Otacon. Waited for 20 plus minutes. And Vikings, they knew they just had to be patient, not to feed PSG too much. And right after, they just get everything available on the map. It was a very slow burn, but I appreciate it. It is a very, very nice slow burn that Vikings provided here. Sometimes that's what you need to do. Sometimes there are scaling champions who are OP. And oh boy, they have been waiting their time, and the time is now. Karsta got caught out here with the stun. That was well done by the Nautilus. The Nautilus Senna combo. Karsta was extremely low here. And then got the jump in, not even using the shuffle at the early start. Waiting until Aja jumping, and even he got a kill, but only onto Sealang, and it's just like a triple kill for the Azir. Beautifully done by Vikings. Absolute beautiful. And look at this now. Now we are seeing our first actual gold leads. So far it has been a beautiful game by the Vikings. They also got the feat with this one, just like the 3 kills. But also gonna be on soul point. Senna is gonna be down 63 stacks. Items are coming in hot, almost 3 items now even on the Senna. But there's already a Last Whisper, already anti-heal against the Aatrox. They are in the driving seat, and I feel like Vikings just closes out now. My prediction is looking juicy as ever. But it is looking bright. My prediction for the Vikings duo is looking very bright and very likely at this point. They are incredibly coordinated. Like, this is a very, very, very coordinated setup. And sometimes you have to play these uneventful games and just learn how not to overstep. Is there gonna be a Baron spawning now? I don't necessarily think they're gonna be in a position to really take it for now, and they're just gonna be boarding it. No Baron is being started, or there's a lot of Vikings member there, but no Baron. And Vikings, they waited for 20 minutes, but now they're online. They're gonna be going in hot as okay. PSG might be the last time they can fight. Jumping in with Karsa, jumping in with Maple, but it's only gonna be a kill for them. And Vikings are not stopping. They're waiting for the next wave. They're waiting for this threat to fall. And I just cannot overemphasize it, like how beautifully they're playing. This is the Vikings I was like kind of hoping to see. It was very hard to assess how good this team actually is in the lower group, because again, like the bottom three is very, very much below the other teams. So Vikings won that group somewhat easily. But the big question was how they would be faring against the upper group. And I mean, for now, they're faring really good. And Aji being caught out here, ultimate pop by Kratos. I feel like the others will be catching up soon here. Unless, oh, never mind. No unless here. Cutty jumps in using the shuffle and they're still going. Booty is gonna be pretty low here as well. Because still long jumping in forward. That's a little dangerous there, but no one is dying from Vikings. Another beautiful pick, another beautiful fight. They got what they came here for. And yeah, I'm just gonna go back to the base with new items. That's 3 items completed for Stalos to the boots. Every player is reaching this 3-item spike. And this is just an incredible showcase by Vikings. They came here to show that they belong in the upper group. Okay, I mean, Wood is out. I think this is a bit of a hell, but I mean, he didn't stun anyone really. He got like 2 stuns out of that ultimate with the help of the shuffle, but no one could catch up to them, so that's whatever. And the soul is already here in 10 seconds. Vikings have the control of the map. Oh, unless in a small corridor, they might find a no. They're strong. They're not gonna be getting baited into that. Vikings have the start on the dragon. They control everything, and this would be their soul. Pull out the dragon. Okay, they want to reset a little. They're being careful. They know that the flank position is there for the Aatrox. And we have seen Aatrox doing some messy plays from that position. Remember the G2 memes or such, but it's gonna be one of them. Cut immediately gonna go golden as the fight starts. And Stal is gonna get caught out. Stal is dead. Can the rest finish it off? Wait a second. There might be a massive throw here. Vikings have to abort this mission right now, as everyone is gonna be falling one by one. Stal was in the middle of this. No, this is not how you play the Senna. A little bit of a throw happening from the Vikings, and now the soul is not gonna be theirs. It's not the end of the game. Just a bit of a throw, a little bit of shining star from the PSG members. But again, they need to do this like at least 2 more times. This is the best fight that PSG could have found. And okay, that's also gonna go to Guri. But this just delays the game by 5 minutes. They have to do it again in 5 minutes. Senna was really not even really out of position, but they haven't really tracked Cardi well. Oh, sorry, haven't really tracked Aji well. I mean, it's pretty obvious that he's there. So, Style was a little bit out there, a little bit of mistake from him. But even then, this is not the end of the world. They're still gonna be in 4 minutes, have another chance to win this fight. And again, they're gonna be scaling Style now, 78 stacks. I'm sorry. Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, Jesus Christ, I might need to take another allergy medicine. Yeah, anyways. There's still like a 2,000 of a gold for Vikings, and they're scaling to infinity. So they shouldn't be too scared of that little mishap. They're still in the control of the game. They're gonna be getting a turret now as well. It is all looking still great. They just gave a little chance for PSG to showcase what they can do. But that was like the best possible fight that they could have gotten. And plus it also required Vikings to do some pretty big mistakes. So I wouldn't read too much into that. This is still, I think, Vikings game. The lanes also are in massive lead for them, every single one. Only lane that's not really is the bot lane, but I mean, Style is stacking, so he should be still pretty strong if he has his distance. but I don't expect him to make the same mistake in the next fight. Don't expect much happening. I don't even really think this Baron would be really targeted. Maybe by PSG. Like they really need something big for them now. Like for their names. I feel like PSG would really want to start this Baron and have a fight here before the next dragon. And they're really trying to secure the area. But even if they opt into the fight, I do feel like Vikings are just stronger. So they have to find, once again, one of those great engages. Or maybe a pick before that. Now, the global ultimates might come in handy. As the 5 stars is carry going immediately golden. And, oh my god. Oh my god. The damage from the Vikings is just too high. And PSG Dev is a great idea. But unfortunately, the ideas are just ideas. And it was absolutely still in favor of Vikings. I mean, that's just a Baron for them. And they're gonna be absolutely set up to take the Chemtech Soul in just a minute. There are some good moments from PSG. Like once again, I couldn't watch that many of their games in the upper group. Unfortunately, I just had so many things in August. Couldn't watch many of their games. But I heard they are not the greatest, and I mean, they're looking rough, I'm not gonna lie. They do have some like promising moments. However, Vikings are probably also not deserving to be in the lower group, and they are absolutely looking like to take that spot away from PSG. Cody has been just incredible this game so far. Anytime there is an engage, he immediately goes golden, and okay, coaches are that like the PSG base is not too happy. So far, well done, Vikings. So far, well done. But remember, this was the spot last time around when you made a big mistake. Not game-ending mistake, but definitely just delay the game by 5 minutes. Now let's see if they do the same thing again, or if this is gonna be their dragon. Kratos is gonna be all alone on one side of the wall, but I mean, let's have Cassante, so yeah, I don't think they're gonna be taking down this Cassante here. However, Style, 99 stacks on this Senna, incredibly strong. And this time around, Style is gotta be far away from the fight. Well done there. As okay, Kars is stealing a bit objective. I mean, another 5 minutes delayed, but I mean that's just a context, so not that important. And what is important though, is the fight afterwards, which so far looking to be in the favor of Vikings. Still long, might be the only casualty, but not even he is going down. Malguri trapping the other members from PSG, and Style caught it together. Those two are just so incredibly strong, never gonna be losing a steel member. Even Cody survives, and there's a double kill for Guri. And another incredible massive team 5 victory for Vikings. I mean, we are 34 minutes into the game. Like, this is a very slow one, but death timers are quite long. This is just the end. Oh yeah, they just the ending. Okay, this is a well executed game. Vikings basically only had like one mistake throughout the entire game. That was like Style just a tiny bit out of position, but besides that, incredible performance. Goody is already preparing. Yeah, incredible performance. They are 100% making a case for themselves, for the worthy of the upper group, to go against the real teams, the CFOs, the TSVs and such. And there you go. Vikings calling. Let's go Vikings. And they did go. They did go all in this game. I want to see a little more interactive calm game too, if I'm being honest. It's not the most interesting in a way to watch 20 minutes of just preparing, but I could appreciate that. They played this well. There's beauty in the weight too. And PSG just looked like they have no idea what to do. With PSG on the other side, I mean, it was a very obvious comp that it was a very obvious comp that Vikings were running. And PSG at no point really tried to stop until it was too late. So I don't know what they can do in the next game. This really looking like a dead PSG here. What a dominating game. I love to see my Vikings. I love to see my Vikings being this aggressive. Not even really in the sense that like always going in, but being this decisive and choosing the right fights. A little more stability for them. This team who has been pretty much up and down, started the year pretty hot as like the second best team, then kind of fell behind. I mean, the split view was really not for them. They ended up 5th. That's the reason they were in the lower group this time around. But they're showing that they're back. They're still a top 4. They're still world's contender. And this is just the first step. PSG, I mean, they're really not looking like our top 4 teams, so Vikings really want to get to Worlds. They have to beat one of the TSV, or I mean, CFO probably not, but one of the TSV or GAM. So the journey only starts here, but this is a very important stepping stone. Yeah, I'm gonna tweet about this. Not much to say. Just a very executed game. Not the most eventful game. Vikings came here with a plan. 7 minutes of a break, what? Okay, I'm not sure what game we're gonna be playing in the break. I'm gonna do the geo to guess the country thingy after my tweet. Not the most eventful game, but Vikings came here with the plan, perfectly executed it. Not the most eventful game, but Vikings came here with a plan and perfectly executed it. Honestly, pretty dominating and looking like a 2-0. Alright. We have 7 minutes. That's a long time. Let's do the what was the name of that one? Country guesser or something. Wordle. Not Wordle, but Wordle. Like the world. Okay, let's go. Let's go. Okay, Jesus Christ. What is this world? What is this country? What? It seems like a glitch. What is this country? I'm in a second island nation. I mean, it's one of the island nations. Are there supposed to be like little marks of the coastline, or like I don't even know, Maldives? Is Maldives a country? No. I have no idea. So like, here's the thing though, those little islands are usually just like part of like usually France or Spain, but they're just like part of like other countries. So I don't even know if this is like one of them. Canary, that's just not. I mean, I know formations, but I'm not like this. What the hell could it be? Just a few islands. Like islands for one of them. Cayman Islands. Okay, getting closer. It's one of the islands. Faroe Islands, maybe. No. I guess somewhere in the Pacific, but like, what even is there? Falklands. Falkland. No, this is impossible to guess. Cool. Oh, Cook Island. Next, I have no idea what is next to Cook Islands. I have no idea. Cocos. French Polynesia. I mean, I heard about this, but like, again, by the way, I told you, whenever there's like random islands, it's always like one of the like probably either France or Spain. What is this place? Yeah, I could have never guessed which one of these is that. No, there is no chance there was any way we can guess that. That was a crazy one from the Wordle guys. Vikings secured game one barely. I sense the irony in this tweet. I'm not trying to describe barely. I mean, even for the first 20 minutes, it was like they didn't need to do anything. So I'm like, I don't know. Of course, they didn't do anything. If they were perma fighting for the first 20 minutes, then they would have lost. But hopefully they pick up something more interesting now, though. I want to see the silage jungle. I want to see the silage jungle. And I also want to see a Vikings victory, because that means my prediction is going to be correct. That means my prediction would be correct against Sword Art. Yeah, it is. PSG was... I mean, they just didn't do anything. Maybe that's... I mean, Vikings, maybe that's the way, the easiest way you can win the next game too. Pick like Sion and Smolder. It seems like PSG not gonna be fighting you. Even when you're on hard scaling champs, they're like, it's fine. Let's not have the 100 stacks. We don't want to fight you guys. Even when they had like the Pantheon Talia, they were like, no, that's fine. Just keep stacking. That is the way to win. Vikings, if you pick now the Science Smolder, then, I mean, that's literally a free win. Now give us game 2. Are we gonna be seeing a short day today? My predictions, This is the first time I did like spicy predictions officially. So far I was like always like 2-1 for the better team that everyone expects to win. So far I was like, let's make it like, you know, like probably like Otina would have said maybe, I mean, I still think like Vikings is better, but Otina would have said like 2-1 Vikings. You know, maybe there is a chance that maybe there's a chance for PSG. No, New Hina was like 2-0 Vikings 2-0, and PSG choosing red side. They're shaking things up here. What counter picks are they preparing? They need to do something. This is their 7th game lost in a row. That's crazy. Maple has not had a single victory. A single game victory single game victory in the LCP. That is a crazy loss streak they are on. And to be fair, I mean, if they lose here, likely to our 3rd or 4th best team, then they would be in the low group. And I think their first game after that would be against Chiefs. So, not to talk down on Chiefs. And if Chiefs find their first ever LCP victory against PSG, that would be kind of funny. But realistically, they're probably gonna be finding their first win there. But being on a 7-game loss streak, that's crazy for now. Draft. The usual bans are there. I'm genuinely think, yeah, the usual bans. The usual bans coming in from both sides. Vikings, SR, please pick the Smother. It would result in, once again, somewhat of a boring early game. But I mean, that's just such a free win. It would be really funny, is all I'm saying. I want to see some action from PSG. I want to see them do something. Now on the red side though, can they do something in draft? Can they do some spice here? Can they do some counter picks? This once again, just like in the previous series, we've seen the Riot Xinjiao gonna be going for those very deep ultimate pairings in. I mean, to be fair, PSG's team fighting was like not like super bad. My issues is more just like that they didn't do anything against the Senna until she got 100 stacks. So on that part, I'm like, I don't know, like that team fighting might be fine. I just don't know because they didn't do anything. The Vikings on the other side gonna be going for the Annie as well as the Mbessa. Together with the Wukong as well, pretty nice to engage tools. The Annie with the AoE stun is gonna be really strong as well. And PSG just gonna be opting into the Renekton. Some maybe early pressure. That's what they need. Now, if they don't do anything, even the Renekton, I'm gonna be very sad. And Vikings would probably be very happy. But hopefully that's a sign that they are gonna be doing something. 2-7. Now there is a Lucian ban from PSG. I'm gonna be honest, I don't even really know that style would be playing the Lucian here. I do feel like that Vikings would kind of wanna go for like a later comp. I'm not necessarily sure that means the Smolder, but I mean, could I guess be the Smolder. Or if you wanna go like, or if you wanna go to like the Zeri route, that's also something that you're just gonna farm on until she gets like her 2 or 3 items. I could see like a Zeri angle here, even though the old enchanters have been nerfed in this patch and the Nautilus already been picked. Well, let's see how they're finishing up this draft. Let's see what PSG were planning being on the red side. Both teams still have their bot laners to be picking up, as well as the support. Both teams still lack their bot side. So what is PSG going now? I feel like the Jhin, they're not going to be choosing their ADC for now. Instead, this is going to be the Rel being picked. Once again, good engage comes, but like PSG were just not doing anything. And if I'm Vikings, okay, the Severe was not on my card, but Severe Braum. Okay, that's a pretty fun lane to have. They have a ton of engage. Also, I guess like some safety too with like the Braum. Overall, a pretty well-rounded comp. Not like hard scaling as the last one, but I mean, hopefully that just means a little more action in the early game. And now what is the ADC that PSG is looking for? Maybe the reason for the red side, and that is just gonna be the Corki. I don't really like it. There's nothing wrong with it, it just... I don't think that's like gonna do much. If they're not... They really need to be more aggressive with the Renekton. Maybe that's what they need. They need something like an early champion to be unlocking their potential there. But again, I am just worried. If I'm PSG, I'm just worried because they just lacked any kind of potential. They looked so lifeless, and this is not really a comp that like encourages you to be more lively. I mean, the Ryze, Xinjiao, maybe if they go for those deep ultimates. But I'm not even necessarily sure if that's like super helping them out either. I feel like that's another Vikings victory. And more importantly, that's gonna be my perfect prediction for this match. Now let's get into the game. Potentially the last one for today. Potentially the last game for today. And I would go as far as saying likely the last game for today. PSG has yet to show any life to me. It looked like they just came in here, did nothing, and then lost. So if they don't want to be relegated to the lower group, then they need to do something. This Renekton might be their way to some early aggression, but I mean, I'm not trusting them. I need to see something before I have my judgment on them. At least like a positive one. I have a bunch of negative judgment. So let's see how it goes. The Braum, I think, is a pretty good pick here. Having a little more safety. Even if, I mean, I guess the plan is to just go for these deep dives from two sides. I feel like the Braum, in the lane even, will be pretty good against the Corki. And let's see what this Annie can do. I feel like Annie would be just, like, just neglecting, like, a lot of that, you know, the ultimate pairings by the Xinjiao and the Ryze. I feel like she would just stun them, all the others, the cleaning of the other three members on the other side. But we'll see how well can Vikings execute this draft. They have played the first game extremely well. There's like one single mistake by Style. His stacking was not the greatest early on, but I mean, he was just, but PSG didn't do anything. So he didn't have to do too much. He just had to wait. With that being said, though, it's a new game, new champions. Not as much scaling on the Vikings side. They have to be a little more aggressive. I think they cannot just wait until 20 minutes. Because on the other side, there's a Corki, there's a Rise. They gotta be scaling. So hopefully we're gonna be seeing a little more aggressive Vikings too. What happens when they are gonna be somewhat on the clock to do something. The worst outcome would be if it is just the exact same copy on the last game, but for PSG. And if Vikings are not pushing them. I certainly hope that's not what's happening. I want to see action. And at least for now, the bot lane is absolutely in favor of the Vikings again. They are technically our 5th seed. But again, that was from the split 2 rankings. They couldn't get higher than that for now because they were obviously in the lower group. They won the lower group. Wasn't too hard for them. But, I mean, PSG might be worse than them. I don't think that PSG would be worse thing. Because it's really looking like that PSG is gonna be playing in the lower group. Okay. Now, Aji needs to be aggressive. You'll love to see that. If PSG wanna win here, they have to do something. They cannot just lay back. Even if the Rise and the Corki gotta be scaling. It's not quite like the Senna. I don't think they can afford just not doing anything. They still need to do something, and Vikings, I have hope in you that you are actually gonna be doing stuff. With this comp, they also have quite a lot of engage. Both comps are having pretty good tools for that, but it does feel that Vikings, the front to back, is gonna be pretty strong from them. And we don't even need to wait for that. There's Maple. Maple already going down. First kill goes to Guri. On a pretty easy dive, on a pretty easy gang. And it's already looking like a 2-0. This Rise is not gonna be scaling. PSG, you cannot afford doing the same thing as Vikings had done. Vikings are gonna have a few words about that. And yeah, this is just a very easy one. Maple a little too aggressive, and he's just going down. There was Scarce still around, but he just couldn't. But he couldn't do too much. He was still pretty far away. As he's gonna be getting the first break, very fast break this time around for PSG. Might be something they're playing for eventually, but at least for now, the first 6-minute break is gonna be going for them. But to be fair, Corsa was like doing stuff on the map in game 1. Like he went for the. Oh, wait a second. There's gonna be the dive. Okay, PSG, that's what I wanna see. Aggressiveness. Style went down. There has been the famous channeling of the ultimate that I was talking about. There is a reason they're picking this comp, but Guri, I don't think he can kill up Guri here, but well done by PSG. Already better than the first game. Scotty is gonna be pretty strong, but not strong enough, I think, to kill off Karst, especially. No more stuns left for him. Guri might be going for that. Oh, they're still going. Scotty gonna be having back up the stun very soon, but oh, there's gonna be the TP here coming in from Aji. There's gonna be the fight happening in hostile territory for the Vikings. But Aji's TP is not gonna be used for much. It's just gonna be also slowed here, but that just a TP wasted, and that's gonna be quite a lot of time now for Style on the top side. After going down, he was able to at least somewhat stabilize that part. And the swap, obviously as per usual, coming through. The grubs are gonna be up on the top side very soon. Last game, it was a bit of a trade happening with the grubs and the dragon. But this time around, I think both teams could be contesting that. Wait, Kotti killed... Oh, no. I was like, I haven't seen a kill feed, but... Almost, just almost. Just TP was kind of for nothing in the end. Maybe if Kars was like more healthy there, then they could have fought, but... For now, it seems like pretty good steal for Vikings. They're gonna be a little bit behind. There's gonna be a bit of a lead for every lane except for Guri. But to be fair, like the top lane... But to be fair, top lane, we can't expect that. But it all comes down to these fights for the objectives. And there's gonna be Guri arriving soon too. I think the first one is gonna go to Karsa. There is already one grub. But can they fight the rest? Guri still on the blue. And that's gonna be prompting Karsa for the second one as well, at least. Granting one of the objective feats. And Karsa gonna be going for the 3. Just like game 1. However, I think this is still a little bit more eventful than that. But nonetheless, basically equal game. Karsa got the grubs as well as the dragon. So in that sense, they're doing a little bit better. And I guess even Maple got that one kill for PSG, so he's also going to be back in the game. So all things considered, this is much better for Talon. But the real question is, can they still close this out? They're gonna have scaling elements, not as much as the Senna, but still, the Rise is scaling pretty well, so is the Corki. They have to be a little bit more, but they have to be more active. And if they are, we might be seeing the first PSG win this season. They have lost 7 games in a row, not a single game victory, let alone a series victory for them. And this match will be super important. The winner get to play against the very good teams, while the loser... sorry. And also the winner just guarantees a spot in the playoffs. While the loser has to play against the worst teams. The bottom 3 are quite far away from them, so that's not gonna be good practice. And even though likely they are still gonna be making... And likely whoever loses here is still gonna be making playoffs. They're gonna have 2 rounds. They're gonna have the whole second round with like much worse practice. There's now another one. This is the combo. Another one this time around for Kratos. Public execution gonna be buying him for some time. But Scott is also here for the teleport. Wait, Kotti is gonna be killing off Ozzy. Oh no, the dive worked for the first time, but now with a bit of help. It might not be the same case. As the kill feed secured and Kratos still lives. There's gonna be 2 kills for Vikings and... Oh my. Everything is going from bad to worse for PSG. This is not how they planned this dive. Working on paper, but they did not... but they did not expect the teleport coming in from Kotti. And well, at least Petty gonna be getting some plates. Gonna be getting some lead for himself. Now the Renekton is gonna be behind, and also Kotti is getting pretty fat here. That was really well done by Vikings. Immediately seen that the ultimate was coming in, immediate TP from Kotti. Really well done. Oh no, the PSG guys. Oh no, they're not happy. I mean, this is still not game losing. It's a pretty equal state we are in right now. But PSG just not looking good. Like, this is an absolutely horrible performance from them. Another dragon. This is the... Another dragon. PSG wanted to stack it. The first dragon was pretty early. But they're not having the best spot to take this one. It's gonna be started by Vikings. And the course is still around. It's gonna be a 4v4 very soon. Maple is also lurking around. Let's see if Vikings will wanna give up this dragon in return for Maple. Or maybe they wanna get both. But now there's an engage coming in for the Vikings. They already declared Karsa. There's gonna be Goodies dragon. And they decided, you know what? Why not both? Why not both? Let's get the dragon and let's get the kills as well. Another massive victory for the Vikings. And this game seems to be over again. Vikings this time around not in a scaling comp. They're not just laying back for 20 minutes and PSG allowing them to do so. They're being more active, there are more fights, but every single one of them is gonna be in favor of of the Vikings. That was a nice engage from Goody, seeing the angle to go on Karsa right after smiting the dragon. Just a well executed fight from them. And the gold lead, slowly but surely, will start to snowball in favor of Vikings. And I mean, to be fair, the Wukong is not gonna be the highest damage dealer. Still a little bit weird that the Braum is more. Maybe like a little bit of poke. Nonetheless, there is one damage was a little bit outstanding, and that is Karis. This guy, insanely strong. He got the first kill as well onto me. Oh shit, sorry, that was Goody. He got an assist very early on in the game. He has been beating Maple quite hard. And this Annie is absolutely set up to be a carry here. Meanwhile, oh, Style even had to pop the barrier. I'm dodging every single rocket, but he is very low. Okay, bet he almost got a solo bolo, but in the end, it's just gonna be Style still sticking around, can even farm. Little dicey situation, but Vikings are still ahead. And even the Renekton is falling behind now, so I mean, that's it for early game. The remaining hope is still some kind of a scaling from the Rise and the Corki. PSG, I guess, still has that for them. But so far, these fights just did not look great. Vikings are reading them like a book, and they're just playing basically perfectly so far. Herald is up now. Herald is up. Karsa is the one starting it. I think they're gonna be getting it one as well, unless there's a fight happening, and that's exactly the case. If Vikings get this Herald, that's the turret, and that's probably GG. And there's already a dead Karsa here. This should be Vikings game. They came here, but the big question is, are they top 4? In this group system, it was hard to tell, but they are very clearly showcasing that yes, they are absolutely a top 4 LCP team. And it's looking like CFO is gonna be standing all alone as the sole Taiwanese team on the upper group. And they're gonna be fighting against 3 VCS teams. It seems like all the 3 VCS teams would be there. Karsa, it's a little bit of a doo-doo game here, if I were to say so. I mean, he has been called out even the last fight. Even here, he tried to go in, but like, that was way too early or late. I don't know what happened in the comms, but it was not good. And the Renekton, I mean, still try to use his power while it lasts. But Vikings just gonna be pushing on all the other lanes. Next Dragon, gonna be back up soon. Would be the second rider team. And if this is Vikings who picks it up, that would also mean the feat for them. Or just get a turret. Actually, that is probably easier. With this turret, Vikings is gonna be securing the tier 2 boots. And I mean, they're just dominating. This is a more active game than the last one, but still the same domination coming in from them. With this comp, they don't need to wait 20 minutes to come online. They are already online and just absolutely whooping PSG. There's not any lane that's winning for PSG anymore. I mean, even the bot side, the Cork is falling behind. This TV is getting quite strong here. And there's gonna be the dragon now. I don't even really know if PSG wanna fight that. They are behind now, almost like a 3,000 gold. I don't think even if they want to, they can fight it. But nonetheless, this Ocean is gonna be going for Vikings. The best they can do in the PSG side is just take a turret, try to get some gold. But they're just losing the map in every other way. There's a second dragon for Vikings. Stacking up the Ocean Drakes. I don't really know if we would be seeing a soul. I mean, potentially. Vikings are not really in a hurry. I don't think they would be overextending to delay this, but I feel like they're gonna be, you know, I feel like they would be just keeping up this pace. And in 10 minutes, that's gonna be a guaranteed Ocean for them. They're snowballing that lead pretty well. And Maple is still only on one item. And to be fair, so is Scotty. They're gonna be pretty equal in gold somehow. There's a bit of a CS differential, I guess. Plus, I mean, Maple just got a solo turret, so there's that part too. But Scotty, there is a Blood Ladder. There's another turret for Vikings. And this team is coming here dominating. Maple had to use the ultimate defensively. Nothing is working out for them. Otacon gonna be spawning. I don't know if this is necessarily an Otacon time. Vikings has to be careful. The LCP Otacon throw is still possible. The leads are not that crazy for now. A bad move towards the Otacon, and that might just be a throw. But to be fair, Karst has been having a pretty bad game, so catching him and right after Otacon is definitely a possibility. But the second item's coming in even for Maple. Almost everyone gonna be on 2 items. And this is about the time, I think, then we would be seeing the team fight happening. Maybe out of the peak, maybe out of the overextension. But the champions are now starting to feel strong. And I want to see Vikings having some aggressiveness here. I feel like they can allow that, especially if Kati is around. Despite the fact that Maple actually has a lead thanks to the turret and the CS. It does feel like that Kati with the T-Burst is just so much stronger right now. And if the Stealer is also around, then oh boy, then good luck PSG. At least it's a little closer game than the first one, is all I'm saying. Despite the fact that the first one also had like equal gold for a long time, but I mean that's what Vikings wanted, so they were basically in the lead for the entirety of the game. When it comes to here, this is just pure domination that they're showing. Woody had to flash away. Vikings are gonna be super deep into the jungle actually, but they're gonna be taking that Woody. And the next target might be Karsa with stun, and even there's the TP coming in from Kratos. However, so is the Corki here as well. The Aji with the stun, helping Corki get the double. And this fight is not looking that great anymore for Vikings. Maybe... Was it also at 21 minutes? That was a bit later, right? The last time they threw. They had a little bit of a throw happening in game 1 as well. But this might be way more consequential. As now with 2 members lost, there is no chance Vikings can... As with 2 members lost, there is no chance Vikings can get this Otacon. No Otacon throws today. As PSG gonna be securing that one as well. Okay, PSG. A little bit of a life in them. Vikings got over aggressive. They should not have went this deep. I know what they were thinking. If they take down Karsa, then that's the GG. But I mean, OG is still strong. Like, this is not too late into the game. He was not having the best early game, but Renekton's still gonna be strong. This is so far a big mistake from Vikings. And again, a lot worse than the game 1. The game 1-1. Okay, we might be in a game. Finally, we see some games that are not one-sided. This is the first game today that is not one-sided. Both games from the GAM SHG series were pretty one-sided. And even game 1 in here was somewhat one-sided to Vikings. This time around, though, PSG fighting back. But to be fair, truth to be told, that last fight was also more like Vikings' mistake, and the game is basically equal now, so it's not like they were getting a massive lead. So as long as Vikings are not making the same mistake, I feel like they still might be winning, and might be the time for that is now. Now they're getting 2 kills. There's also going to be a dragon for them if they want to go for that. There's no more fighting happening. Gonna be happy with the 2 kills. There is gonna be the 3rd dragon. Ocean Soul point for Vikings. And just this like one moment when Vikings make a mistake and PSG gets ahead. There is like this small moment when the viewers might think that okay, maybe it's happening. But right after, that just very quickly goes away. And once again, it was kind of Karsa who was caught out here. He was frontlining this one. I'm not sure why he was going there. This is a very obvious bait. But meanwhile, on the picture-in-picture, we can see some fights. No kills though. However, this is just another domination. And I wouldn't be too scared for PSG if I'm being completely honest in the lower group. They're likely going to be topping that one as well. I don't think they are that bad. But, I mean, whenever the enemy makes mistakes, they capitalize on that. So, props to that aspect. If I have to give PSG some flowers, they definitely see the big mistakes. And they definitely do some things. But whenever there is no error on the enemy team, they just don't do much. And even here, it's not like a big throw. There is not that many objectives to pick up on the map. Maple is gonna be farming, like he's scaling, that's definitely good. But it does feel like they just need way more. Like I wanna see PSG engage being successful rather than just Vikings overextending or doing something stupid and PSG are just like, okay, I guess this is our kill. Maple actually gonna be pretty close to the Rabidons though. That might change things. For example, look at this one. Like, I'm not sure what Guri was trying to do here, but that's what I mean. It just, yeah, Vikings are not a clean team. Game 1 was, I mean, that was pretty clean from them. And to be fair, like, if they do these kind of mistakes, even a Game 1 mistake against CFO, they're gonna be losing, 100%. But I just don't really feel like PSG would be in a position when they find a mistake, good, they get basically back to equal gold and then capitalize on it. They're not really snowballing anything. They're just scaling, but the Rise is not really doing much besides the ultimates. So I'm still pretty confident in my 2-0 prediction. I think it's still looking like a 2-0 victory here for the Vikings. Anytime they make a little mistake, they recover from that pretty fast. Just getting the turret gold here too. And they're not really in a hurry once again. Like, I don't really think PSG would be starting the Baron. And Vikings themselves gonna be having a potential Ocean Soul in a little less than 2 minutes. So they're just chilling. They don't need to do too much. Just make sure all the lanes are pushed in. And very soon, we're gonna be seeing the dragon picked up. PSG has to fight that one. And it's not over. Like, if Vikings make a mistake there, as PSG has shown beforehand, they are more than welcome to use that. Okay, Jesus Christ, what the... I mean, that's poke, but still... Now Kati, he can make a mistake here. He needs to be a little careful. But I mean, there is gonna be a backup behind him still. He wasn't really in danger. Okay, surely Vikings are not gonna start the Baron, right? Especially now that Maple has picked up the Rabadons. Maple on 3 items. He is likely the strongest member here alongside the Corky. PSG is definitely set up for some picks. Vikings just have to calm down. They have tendencies to get a little too ahead of themselves. Not really too much, but some of these fights, they definitely looked shaky. Just like they did throughout the split 2, so not much has changed since then. But the real test, here it comes. Dragon on the map would be Soul for Vikings. A little bit of Ocean Soul. That would be pretty good against all these poke champions. And for now, PSG is gonna be having a control over that. But Vikings, they need to find a good fight here. There's Kratos waiting on the bush. Oh, she's gonna get pretty low here. They might be sandwiched in. This dragon might come down to a 50-50. I don't feel like Vikings have a good engage into that. And Siu Long gonna get baited in. But actually, Guri gonna be stealing it away. There's already 1 kill, 1 for 1. But that is cut it down. One of the stronger members is down. While Betty is still up and alive, so is the Renekton, who's setting him up and setting him up well. Triple kill for Betty. He literally might have just saved this game. He might have just saved this game and might have just saved the spot for PSG in the upper group. PSG gonna be losing 3 members themselves, but there's 4 on the other side. And this Corky is officially online. He has been scaling well, and I mean, not the greatest game for PSG, but I mean, they should be online now. Another mistake from Vikings. This is PSG expected disengage. There is not much there. Kratos missed the ultimate too, and Betty could just deal the damage. Betty could just do whatever he wanted. It's all on Betty now. For the first time, I think, in this series, I feel like that PSG might win this. Betty woke up. He had enough of the others not doing much. There's also gonna be a Guardian Angel for him. This just turned incredibly hard for Vikings. I mean, they potentially have an Elder in 5 minutes. But even that fight for that is gonna be really hard now. Vikings are losing the food in this game. They let out a gas. They're running out of gas as well. And Siu Long, a little bit out of position, but there's not gonna be a passive engage for him. PSG can still throw this away. This Baron is looking very enticing. And also the Elder right after. Those are big objectives. PSG, they know it themselves. They don't want to overextend. They do have the lead now, but it can go away very soon if, for example, Karsa dies here. Has to ult out, and Siu Long is going to be targeted. There's going to be Kratos jumping in pretty deep. And now Guri also coming in with the Cyclone. And there's Karsa already going to be down. I feel like Vikings should just leave it. Or maybe kill Aji in the process. I mean, that's also a possibility. And PSG, they just threw it away. I had too much faith. For the first time in the series, I was like, okay, they're doing something. That's pretty good. And they threw it away right after that. That's gonna be now the Baron for the Vikings, which is not gonna be lost until the Elder, so... Oh, Betty got a kill? Okay, he's still good. Betty, still good. But that's gonna be now the Baron for the Vikings, and they can use this to set up the fight for the eventual Elder. And Karsa, man, Karsa. Betty is trying his best. And to be fair, Karsa also trying his best, but not in the best interest of PSG. Oh man, this is like how many mistakes he has made this game. Quite a lot. They just costed them the Baron. And this is all gonna be on Betty to do something, to make magic happen. If Betty goes down, this game is GG. If for the Elder fight, Betty is not gonna be able to put out those rockets to deal the insane damage that he was able to that he was able to get this game. If he's not able to do that, then this is a GG. But PSG has a chance. This is definitely their best chance they had in this series so far. And if they turn this around here, they're gonna have another opportunity in Game 3 to secure their spots in the upper group, to secure the playoff spot as well. But there's still a lot until then. And again, if Betty is getting caught, this is all over. They're far from safety. They're far from safety. And they're also going to be falling a little bit behind. I mean, this Baron is really, really bad. Fighting in that spot is incredibly horrible for PSG. And even if they are able to at least get the side lanes to get something in return to kind of band-aid, Vikings going to be coming out of this is such a victory. Now, the fight is happening. Betty's going to be low. Betty's out of the fight. And Woody is already dead. And now Betty had to pop the GA. There is no GA for the Elder fight. Kars is also dead. And Betty is down. Wait a second. Are we getting an Elder fight? Wait a second. They're Baron power minions. Still, not the biggest wave. But they're still gonna be knocking on the base. 35 minutes into the game. It might just be Vikings finishing off. PSG had a chance. They had a chance. Vikings gave this game them to on silver plate. Vikings wanted to give this game to them on a silver plate. Betty was set off to 1v9ing. But just one mistake is all it takes for the Vikings to defeat PSG 2-0 and secure their spot in the upper group, sending down PSG to the sewers. The lower, I don't even know still high code. But Vikings, they are proving that they are in the top 4, and PSG still need to wait for that first game victory. That's crazy. 8-game loss streak for PSG. After Maple on retires, after this team went 3rd place last split, now they are the 5th one. They're just losing to every single team so far in that 0-2 fashion. But Vikings, they came here with a goal, and that goal is now completed. I cannot wait to see how they perform against the top dogs in the upper group. We wanted to see how they fare against the bottom of the top group, and we fared against them pretty well. But I don't want to give them too much flowers. Like, they have mistakes. They definitely have to fix them if they want more out of all this happening. They definitely have to fix their mistakes if they want to beat the other teams. But they're going to be there alongside all the other Vietnamese teams too. It's going to be the 3 VCS teams against CFO. And I mean, this shows a pretty good picture of what was happening. Betty tried his best. You know what? He tried his best. The game was almost actually won because of him. But that one lost fight, just one simple single mistake. And when he was down, the game was over. GG's to Vikings. What a performance. And here in the LCP, we had a short day. Sometimes short days happen. It's only 3 PM here in Europe. So I'm gonna go now. I'm gonna go on with my day. And yeah, what an insane game. This is more competitive, so I'm happy about that. But in the end, Vikings are still showcasing that that they are much better, and PSG are no kings anymore. This one fight Cotty played this also really well, making sure that the Bale was out of the fight before it even happens. And he gets the MVP. Pretty good performance, pretty good all around. Probably Stahl was like the worst player from Vikings. He made a lot of mistakes. But I mean, none of them were like super massive. Even on Senna, he got back the souls, like he had 20 before the first big fight. So nothing too big. But nonetheless, what's more important? But nonetheless, what's even more important than this match that we have just watched? One second. Is that I correctly predicted the 2-0 for Vikings, and that means I'm a better predictor at least. In one area, I'm better than Sword Art. That's exactly what we were playing for today. Thank you everyone for watching. Short day today. But see you guys tomorrow, because LCP is not stopping. The second round is only going to be starting now. We're going to be having, I don't even know exactly what matches are we be having tomorrow, sorry. Hopefully we're going to be seeing after this highlight reel. It's what we're getting tomorrow. And I probably also could check the Lowpedia. But I think one of them is definitely going to be PSG. PSG Chiefs, I think. No confirmation on that for now. Okay, maybe we're gonna get that soon. There's also like a graph I've seen on the LCP Twitter that what happens if like a situation like this happens.
看一下安妮吧，宝哥。
他没有求过的，他没有求过，他
进
放下来。
来可以打，这样他们进来可以打。
哎，我这里跟他比赛打，我这里
看一下吧。来看安妮，
安妮没散了，安妮没散了。我再打比赛，我们再打比赛。看猴子没散。
安妮死了，看猴子，帮一下风狼。
等下没有。跟贝蒂打。看一下。
So it seems like we would be getting CFO Vikings immediately right after, as well as PSG Chiefs. I do feel like this is gonna be the time when PSG is gonna be picking up their first game victory tomorrow, and also the series victory. Let's be honest, like PSG should be beating the Chiefs. PSG should be beating any team in the low bracket still, but that's likely what's gonna be happening tomorrow. And CFO Vikings. I mean, obviously Vikings not necessarily the favorites going into that match. But with that being said, I cannot wait to see this team's potential. Now in the upper group. Okay, let's see what is tomorrow's matches. I think tomorrow we are still CFO versus Vikings, and other match probably gonna be PSG versus the Chiefs, I think, but we're gonna be seeing that soon, right after this slide. But I think that's what's waiting for us. Yep. Yeah. Oh wait, no, sorry, no. Also tomorrow, we're gonna be seeing CFO Vikings and TS3 games. So we're gonna have the contender group in one day. So we're gonna get both games on one day. And it's gonna be CFO Vikings. Oh, you don't see it from my camera. It's gonna be CFO Vikings tomorrow. That's gonna be the first match. And right after we have TS3 GAM. That's gonna be tomorrow's games. Hopefully, gonna be hype. TS3 GAM probably gonna be hype. CFO Vikings. I feel like CFO winning that one easily. Vikings had so many mistakes still in their 2-0. So I feel like that's gonna be how it goes. But nonetheless, hopefully Vikings can show up and showcase some greatness against CFO. Thank you for watching today. See you guys tomorrow. Same time as today. As we're having 3 match days today. This week and also next week. We're gonna be having 3 match days, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, at the same time. See you tomorrow. Bye bye everyone. Bye bye. Bye bye. Bye bye. Bye bye.